Welcome everybody to the next installment of Adventures in Loromir. We have a couple people finishing up adding levels to their characters. And we will be missing Darian today. She and her boyfriend and one of our other friends, mutual friends, are down at the USA Taekwondo Minnesota State Tournament competing and hopefully having a blast. So she'll be missing today, much to her pouting. She already said as much before she left.
We miss you!
And we hope you're doing well.
Don't die!
Please.
She actually found out that she's going to be sparring one of her and our fellow Taekwondo practitioners, Christy.
Yeah!
Good luck, Darian!
Whether Miss Christy or Miss Darian decides to win during this competition, the best of luck to both of you.
Oh no.
As long as you both can walk out, I don't care.
Yeah. So our best wishes go out to the three of them, Mr. Dan, Mr. Cody, and Miss Darian. Do our school proud. As towards the Adventures of Loromir, we just wrapped up the story arc of Gazmon, the Black Dragonborn Druid, and Alaria, his mistress of the undead, who resurrected him and used him as a pawn in whatever machinations that she had going.
Wait a minute. Wait a card.
And
grab a handful and put it on the table.
I had a thought.
with the assistance of their patron Eric, they managed to wipe out.
Right. Okay. Thanks,
managed
Eric.
to wipe out
He did help.
all of the undead creatures. Granted, many of the orcs that were still living did fall as collateral damage. Mirin managed to finish constructing the artifact of Malar and now has a weapon of Malar as his own. The rest of the group had expressed that there were many questions and loose ends that they wanted to tie up and figure out before leaving this area. So, are you two done with your characters?
Yes.
Hey, Miri,
Almost,
can I see your...
I just
So-
need to pick spell.
That's fine. You take a look at your spell. In the meantime,
I won't break it.
Aloxis,
Yeah.
Mirin, Vistra, is there anything you would like to do? We are going to say that you've had a night's rest.
Woo! Woo!
Woo!
So you are fully healed. You have access to all your spells. You cannot have that die anymore. It hit the floor. The floor is lava.
Whatever.
I
I got
have
more!
all my barbarian spells back.
All of your barbarian spells are back.
I requested... Hey, Miriam, can I see your weapon thingy? I'll be really careful with it. I just want to see something. Please? My thought is, do you remember the collar that North was wearing?
Yeah.
What happened to that? If it's not on his weapon, it's here somewhere and I want to find it. So I want to see if it's part of the weapon or if it was just the finger bones. Does that make sense?
No, but okay.
Just, it makes sense to me. So I want to look it over and see if I recognize any other parts of it other than the phalanges.
While it's on my wrist, sure.
I don't care if it's while it's on your wrist.
There you
Just
go.
come here.
Yes. As a matter of fact, the
I'm just going to hold your hand for
Okay.
the circlet that you had found in the basement of that house in Whitebridge is actually what connects
I wouldn't do that. No!
what connects the fur and emblem to the grip and fingers.
That's
the
why
piece
he
that
wanted
goes-
to release the Bone Daddies.
So I'm going to point that out. Hey, Mirren, look at this.
Ooh.
I was thinking about that last night. I couldn't sleep. And I was thinking about... You guys don't think about the campaigns when you're trying to sleep?
When I'm trying to sleep, probably not.
I want to go check on Karana and make sure that she didn't crumble into a pile of bones.
Karana
Yeah.
looks fine.
Okay.
She looks a little disturbed right now because she's been praying to the forest. She's been meditating on all of this good stuff, and you can see this look of consternation on her face as something seems to be just out of her reach at the moment, but she is deep in meditation at the moment.
Okay. I'm not gonna bug her.
Right.
I'm just like, okay, she doesn't have any like skin hanging off.
I'm going to find as many parts of Ryreed as I can and bury them in one location.
Okay, that's extremely doable. But you also notice that
I'm not even touching that.
much of this area is actually covered, or not covered, but littered with other bones as well.
Mm-hmm.
But the larger pieces that belongs to that strange skeletal abomination that was Ryreed, they're easy enough to pick up out of the rubble.
I'm going to find as many identifiable pieces as possible and put them in one location and cover it with stones.
Perfect. And while you're doing this, you hear some movement coming from the outskirts of this grove.
Eagle eyes.
And as you start to scan, you notice that there are about a half a dozen orcs kind of haphazardly making their way back into the grove. And two of them are immediately recognizable to you. One of them is the orc that you made very mad and started a fight with you. The other
Why did he have to survive?
the other one is the cook.
Yay, my cook friend!
One of her friends that didn't die.
Right.
Hey, I put a lot of effort into making friends with him.
As you're watching
Yeah, you
this
did.
ragtag crew start making
Which
their
one?
way into the grove,
Probably not.
you hear a
Tyler.
voice from a little bit deeper
This
in the
one's
in the woods
Oh,
of the
man.
half orc
If that's not an option,
that helped you out.
then
Our friends are alive.
that one.
Once all is said and done,
If it,
you notice that
If you
there
remember
are
Campos Stones,
9
locate.
orcs and 1 half orc who have made their way back into the grove. Most of them look like they have seen better days.
Don't blame them. I mean,
I've seen better days.
The one that got into an altercation with you. What is the state of this location now?
I do this.
Confusion.
This is
Look
not,
at all the bones.
this is not what we left behind.
Because all of you were fooled.
wait, left behind when?
We left about 12 hours ago on one of our normal guard patrols to make sure that there was nobody in the forests.
Wait,
So wait.
you
I
were
don't-
never here?
I'm gonna look at the cook. Do you recognize me?
Yeah, you guys, we're in the slave tent.
Aw, all my work for nothing.
funny.
You impressed a mirror image.
That's the only reason he didn't respond to you hitting on him.
No, I didn't respond. I didn't hit on the cook. I hit on Ryreed.
Oh, that's right.
Well, he's just a pile of bones.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Hi, everybody in chat. It's good to see you.
I'm done. Yeah, updating Twitch does help.
So, what happened was, do you guys remember my song?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That was about him.
And as this happens,
gosh,
they
here we go.
look, and all of a sudden, all of them are taken in, less by your show of your guns, and more by the fact that you are now wearing that gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
He is now Wolverine.
Well,
He's half Wolverine. Half orc.
Yeah.
You are
I am.
of Malar?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
What about Gazmon?
Gasmon was Not
Using
alive.
his name.
Yeah. No. At that point, as soon as Gasmon's name is spoken, Hana's gonna kind of shake herself free and march over. Gasmon and Ilaria were both not as they seemed. Ilaria was a servant of Vecna, the dead goddess. She is
what?
part of.
Vecna is a dude, hun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Isn't that God? Close enough.
I was going to say, don't start talking about Vecna. You're not the one who spent hours
Right.
on research. You have no clue who Vecna
Right.
is.
Oh,
Any
gosh.
promises they made you are for naught.
What kind of
If you
character do
excuse me,
USB-C.
I have something I need to tend
That's
to.
it.
That's fine.
And she's going to march over to the slightly smoldering tree with much purpose in her step.
Uh,
I'm gonna watch.
the smoldering tree has ceased.
Smoldering.
I would like to open the door and see how bad my damage was.
There is no visible damage.
Okay. Does the tree itself seem like it's been recovering, or
Where the damage was high up in the canopy. Just
Okay.
walking inside the house, as it were, you don't see any damage in there.
perfect?
How heavy was the steel ingots I was carrying?
The steel ingots that you were carrying, it was at your limit. The only reason you managed to stay standing,
So 300 pounds?
oh,
350 pounds or so?
more than. It was closer to 4.25.
Okay.
Lovely.
I'm going to... Are they still on the ground scattered everywhere?
No,
Were those fake too?
no, but much of the steel ingots that you are familiar with
Mm-hmm.
are not but lumps of clay. As you do go and look at those ingots, there's only about 15 ingots that are salvageable.
I put 15 salvageable ingots in the bag of holding.
We could use those.
It's too bad.
It's just the 10 of us. We have no clan leader. We have no home. We have
I
no
can't.
weapons.
Why can't you?
Because then what do I do with the guild?
So why don't you get them
bring
set up?
in.
You get them set up in like you do you. I want to contact the Grey, or try to contact the Grey and see if there's anything else I need to do, or if I should leave the tree to the druid thing, or
The druid thing?
Karana, once she sees that the damage is not significant, is going to close the door, turn around, and kneel in the dirt in front of the door, and place her hands on the ground and bow her head.
Do we have any more shards of our sending stones?
we got all our. Mine was never.
No.
No,
do we have
he said
additional
if there were
shards?
extras.
You see, Vester had them all for the jewelry.
Before she starts, she's going to look at whoever is closest. I'm going to need a few hours.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can get a hold of the Grey and make sure there's nothing else that he can.
What are you doing?
Plant growth, 8 hours.
Okay.
I love it.
I don't have.
8 hours?
It says it has to take 8 hours.
Is
to
Eric still
enrich
here?
it.
Yes.
Okay.
He's currently just lounging.
He didn't pull a hurry.
I don't think I have any more usable pieces of.
Eric, do we have any way to get more stones?
We'd have to go back to Whitebridge.
Well, that brings another question, especially with you here, Eric.
Well, maybe. We could potentially go to Talmond.
We're really close, aren't we?
Well, yeah, maybe 6 days journey.
We also need to check in on
But we'd
Garnet
have to
and
go
his
through the
mother.
swamp, so
Because I want answers.
You should be fine in the swamp, right?
I'm fine anywhere I go. It's the rest of you that I worry about.
That leads us to a question: where do we go next? We finished cleaning up this mess,
Well,
But-
While you're asking that question,
and I'm gonna definitely be
while
looking at
you're
Eric.
asking that question, the one orc that was talking to Mirren,
Mhm.
are you going to help us, or are you going to leave us to whatever tries to kill us?
Well, I can help you. Well, how about this? Well, I was going to say, why don't I stay here and help them rebuild while you guys go to Talmon and get what you need and come back?
Because I know that Nivara wants to go to Talmud.
You don't understand our culture. We're not staying here.
Okay. Where do you plan to go?
Everywhere we travel, we migrate.
Didn't matter.
This entire country is ours.
Well,
But without weapons, we're not more than prey.
and leaving to be with them means I leave the game as Mirren. So
They're not
You don't
necessarily
have
asking
to
me to...
permanently leave. Just get them.
You have steel ingots that we can make weapons.
okay, that's not the problem. You can have them.
Oh, well, at first you had made it sound like you was going to take them with you.
You can have them.
With that, we can make weapons and protect ourselves. And your name is Mirren.
Yes.
Who is the one playing in the dirt?
Karana.
She said for meditation.
Okay.
You're concentrating.
Karana.
Like, she opens her eyes for half a second. Karana.
And reset the timer.
My name is Vistra.
I am Alexis, and in the meantime,
And that's Navarra.
I
My name's Nivara. Sorry.
I got this. Huh? Oh, Navarra.
She might watch this later.
I hope she does.
Nice.
I was. I take my earring out and I'm gonna give it to him. It's got the sending stone. You can. It may not use it as an earring, but in the meantime, if you need to get a hold of Mirren, you can. I'll be with them. I'll be okay without it until we reach Talmud.
Hold on to that. We need to figure out who our leader is first.
It can't be me.
He's looking at her.
Yes, but then she turned and looked at
Yeah.
Mirren.
Give us a day.
How do
Though
you?
you may not want to be leader, you may want to partake in the festivity.
I plan to. I would love to lead you guys, but I have to stay with these guys. They need help.
Hey.
We are going to do trial by combat.
Okay.
Is this open to anyone or just orcs?
Understand that if you win, you become our leader.
Okay.
Oh no. No.
Alexis is gonna have a what group?
Okay.
That's the problem is you can't lead them. They're
Dobagettis! I will unsully these orcs!
There is no way you could lead us. We don't respect you.
No.
Well,
That was a husband comment, not an orc comment. I demand trial by combat.
You are not orc blood. We cannot have you lead us.
What about anyone?
What if I was his mate?
No.
You are not orc blood. You cannot lead us.
there's orc something. No, I'm just kidding.
And we ask, you can join us in the festivities. He has already turned down the leadership role.
And that's all I was asking was the festivities. I didn't bring up leadership until you did.
I was
She wants
making
to
a
fight.
joke and you took it serious.
Oh man, they have better sense of humor than you do.
Okay.
Oh.
Moving
At least
forward.
people like me.
Apparently they like me. They want me to lead them.
So
Not anymore!
wait. Mirren, you said you're going to stay here and help them.
Yeah, I'll help them.
Then you can keep an eye on Karana while this happens.
Yes.
Roxas and
She's
Vistra,
glowing.
Yeah.
And not like a little bit. Like she is
we
glowing.
can head back to Talmud, but why?
I know Nivara wants to find her family house.
Well, she knows where the family house is. Here's the key, and he hands it to Navara.
Well, I need to find the other parts of the other claw malar, so.
Well, that's something that you can probably spend some time meditating on too.
Eric,
What?
do you have any more
Oh, that's
hints about where I came from?
Not
I've been
yet.
a mystery, and I'm still a
As soon
mystery.
as I
and
started digging in Whitebridge, we had the call to, well, three different fronts.
Oh jeez.
Well, and that's what I was
Wait.
going to ask you. In Whitebridge,
I would
in the
love to
war
answer
room,
it if you'd quit interrupting me. We got hit on three fronts in Whitebridge. The first one was this one, and I took it.
So you
Because-
spent all day planning that war room thing for?
No, the entire day was figuring out who would do what mission. There's one mission. I will not be able to speak of it because of how detrimental it is to the country.
In country.
But the other one,
For queen and country.
apparently the dragon that we fought when I first came to this realm is still alive.
Oh.
Wait, what kind of dragon is he?
White.
White?
One.
Yes, it's a white dragon.
You don't remember the story?
And it's got blue eyes.
No, this one's the red-eyed white dragon.
Red-eyed black dragon. That's Joey's card. After he won it in battle against Rex Raptor.
Legitimately.
I just watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Again.
Oh my god!
I just started watching it again earlier this week.
Right, so
The
Eric,
original
about
Yu-Gi-Oh was
Yeah,
good.
yes, it
I
was.
love Yu-Gi-Oh.
I'm going to ask. She's busy.
the white dragon,
No, I
is
just started
it
watching again this
active?
week.
Is
Oh,
it
spiritual Yu-Gi-Oh!
I don't know because I came this way.
And it was literally
The
the
spy
episode where
master went to go
Rex
look
and
for the
Joey
white
dueled,
dragon.
and he bet.
What was the last episode?
Are you okay?
That's funny.
Joey bet Time Wizard. And Rex bet
Yes, I'm fine.
Red Eyes.
I mean, because that dragon slaughtered your party. Are you emotionally
Hello?
okay? Do you have emotions?
Cornelius.
Hey, Alex. I am okay. It is something that we never thought we'd see come up again.
Can I ask why?
Why, what?
Why you thought it would never come up again? Did you think it was slain, or
We thought we caused enough damage to it that it would not return.
what about the other continent? When the war room, something was mentioned about that.
Okay.
That's literally all I heard. But what do you know of this other continent?
It's called Randor, and it's almost impossible to reach because of the Sea of Storms.
We can't just go around the Sea of Storms?
Sea of Storms appears to be some stationary location. Yes, it would possibly be navigatable, but we don't know how far it stretches.
Maybe if we ask the Master of Straits, he'll let us through.
For a song.
Anyway, my turn for a question, Eric. Should we, do something about all these bodies? Should we burn these bodies and burn, Gazlan and Alaria's bodies?
That's not a bad idea. However, I think Karana has a very good idea too. Take a look.
When you look at
As
her,
you guys,
yeah.
one, she's glowing, yes, and actually she's glowing more than she ever has. You guys
You
have
look positively radiant.
You guys have
She's
seen the marks on her face start to light up whenever she casts a spell. Usually it's just a flicker or a small lingering glow, but it's very, very minute. The effort that she's putting into this is almost enough to cause the blue to radiate back off the ground. It is a powerful energy that she is pouring into the earth. And from around her, you can already see about 8 inches where grass shoots are already starting to come out of this
a very good idea.
desecrated ground.
Should I go pull up my plants and put them on the table
No.
for dinner?
So maybe we should... Well, okay.
I
Not
think
that you can answer this, but are
I
you
think-
regrowing the whole grove?
the last time I saw a creature do something like this, it was able to cover a significant distance. Most likely, she will be able to cover this entire grove and more.
Then let's do this. Let's move the corpses to a location, burn that location, and then when it gets there, she can regrow it.
And just burn them where the art camp was.
Oh, all the other side where the hole in the ground
Yeah.
is? Okay. I'll start throwing the Gazmon, Alaria, and all them in the hole.
The rest of the orcs are helping gather what they can.
Do we have any flammable... Do we have, kerosene or anything?
I have oil.
You have oil? Eric's got that?
Oh no, I don't have it, but I know where they had it in the camp.
Okay. I'm going to...
While you guys were off making music and friends, I was scouting where all the equipment was and seeing what was legit and what wasn't.
While you guys were sleeping, I was studying the blade.
Yes, I was.
I'm gonna
Nothing personnel, kid.
take the time now that Loxy has a patron, and Murin has a deity and has this really cool gear stuff. I want to take some time and look at my ocarina.
Okay. I am using that downtime when you guys are sleeping as an excuse to say you're already attuned.
Okay. Yes!
Does that mean I'm...
You are already attuned
okay.
to yours as well, yes.
So Eric, you don't even have a hint as to where I should start to look?
I haven't had the chance to dig any deeper yet, but suffice it to say, it would take somebody of either extreme influence or extreme power to have a family name hidden so well.
My brain is stuck on you saying that white dragon's back. I want to find... Guys,
Ningir.
I know what I want to do. What?
Ningir.
Ningir?
Ningir is the name of the dragon.
N-I-N-G...
Everyone
N-I-N-G...
goes for their sticky notes.
I want to find Ari and ask him if he knows about it.
Who?
Oh! Ari! He's our dragon friend.
You made a dragon friend?
He's the one who took Vlad away. Because apparently there's a secret...
N-I-N...
There's a secret group of sorcerers, and sorcerers aren't really dying. Apparently,
G-E-R?
they just are being slaughtered. AR.
And
They're being taken and...
Wait.
N-I-N-G...
That's
That's
Q.
P.
That's Q.
G is like this.
There we go.
I-R.
I-R. Ningir.
Oh, you told me A.
No, he said he was like Canadian. Eh?
A.
I'm
18
going
pieces?
to make a comment here that you probably don't hear too often. Start from the beginning.
Wah, wah.
As my husband, I want to throw something at you for that. But no one's gonna get that. When we were on our way to the dwarf city,
Alex is being very supportive.
making the cross, we ran into the Tinker Train, and we met
I
Ari.
haven't seen those guys in forever.
We met Ari for the second time. Ari appeared to be a human. He reminded me a lot of you. He kind of had that mysterious, I know everything, I have no emotion, no one can touch me, I'm amazing, and my skills make everyone jealous thing going on. These evil people came after Vlad because he was a sorcerer, and they went, join us or die.
So he joined them.
And
No.
so a fight in...
So he died.
Shut up!
Can I kill Murin? I will roll to
Hang
hit
on.
to smack him with
The
my staff.
answer is yes, you can kill him, but no.
Millar won't like
I'm
that.
pretty sure-
And you've already tried once.
So Ari... I was
Succeeded
emotional.
once.
I killed myself.
That's what I'm saying.
Ari started assisting with this fight against them, and then we found out that Ari was really a brass. Gold, yes. Thank you. I couldn't remember gold or brass. He was a gold dragon. And he made this amazing house, and I haven't seen him since. But I feel like if there's another dragon out there, there's not that many dragons. One has to,
Know the other?
yeah, or at least know of their existence, or
Dragons gotta talk.
Or
And
something.
Mepcore is the bronze.
There's a
yeah, that's
problem-
right. That's why I was thinking brass.
There's a problem with your
Mepcore.
there's a problem with your theory here. Remember back to when you were a kid
Yeah.
in the history classes.
Yep.
The sundering of the Titans. Why did they sunder the Titans?
Oh gosh, hold on. Can I roll
History.
knowledge history to see?
Can I roll history? This was rolling history.
I'm gonna roll
To
history also.
remember.
You're too busy. You're not even paying attention.
Ah!
If I don't get this, I quit.
Okay. What'd you roll?
18.
Mirren?
I thought you said I was too busy.
No, I was pointing at.
Oh.
That's why I say
Well,
Chronicles
because
do this.
I'm moving bodies.
Sundering of the Titans.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you didn't hear on
12.
12.
Is
Okay.
that the god shelf?
27.
27. Yes, you remember.
With extreme clarity.
Because the drag. Okay, because then God's shelf. But it's empty.
Apparently, this pencil has no legs.
No nickel either.
If
Or
anyone's
can
going
be.
to maim my husband, I reserve the right.
Sweet. Pencil.
Pensile.
I thought the dragons were supposed to help protect things, though.
What are you doing?
I have changed the box.
Major storyline! Where's jingling noise?
I'm sorry, he was looking right at me.
As
I
you-
saw his hand shake.
As you start to listen to this conversation,
Yep.
all of a sudden your memory goes back to when you were a kid. And you feel this moment of abject shame because it's one of the songs that you learned almost immediately as a bard.
Mm-hmm.
The tale of the Titans being sundered, torn limb from limb, and each of their body parts was turned into one of the major dragon types.
Yep.
And they were turned into the dragon types because they didn't want the dragons to mingle again, so they could not gather and create a powerful force. The dragons were created, and they were created with an abject hatred between
For each other.
So
So
even if
Vistra's gonna pull out her lute and start strumming and start singing the song.
Right, no, and I remember that, but even if they hate each other, that doesn't mean that they won't know where the other one is.
Oh, that may be true. Just remember.
We
If
don't want
you're
to
in
offend Ari.
Yeah, if you're in the company of a dragon and you say, hey,
Where's your dragon
where's
friend?
your dragon buddy? It's not quite going to work that way.
Well,
So be tactful is what he's saying.
Well, that's a challenge.
For most of you.
For all of us.
I am full of tact, thank you very much.
I'm gonna sit and wait and see what
I
the
said
group
tact.
wants to do.
Tax.
I tax the enemies with their life.
I have no idea where Ari is. I don't even know who Ari is. I don't.
Let
It's
me.
possible I've met him and don't even know it.
You remember
Probably.
his eyes are gorgeous.
I've heard the same about me.
Wow, so humble.
Bet it was Amina, and I bet she was drunk.
No, she's never really been my type.
You have.
I think
what
it's
is your
vice
type?
versa. I think it's that Eric's not Zamina's type.
That
So are we still going to Talmud or no?
it wouldn't. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go
You
ahead.
go first.
No, but you.
Shut up.
What are you
It would
choosing?
be.
So
It
mean.
wouldn't be a bad. I don't think it would be a bad idea to head back to Telmond. Maybe there's some clues there that I missed about my origin now that I'm more experienced. And you said there's more shards of the stone there, and it's closer than White Bridge.
I say I don't know where I'm from either.
Me neither.
You and Vlad were abandoned in the place, and we almost went there. Which we
Okay.
could go there now if you really wanted.
Still doesn't mean I know that. Like, I don't know my parents. I don't know that family or the
I
clan I
don't
came from.
think any orcs know their parents, do they?
I'm pretty sure nomadic bands that have been living together for a long time know who
I mean,
birthed them.
I do eventually want to go back to Ironhaven and see if we can figure out if this rift deal is finished. Oh, speaking of which, I want to use my ocarina to scry on Dwallin.
As you do. There's.
And we'll pick up next week.
Thank you for joining, everybody. We'll see you next week.
It's been 2 minutes.
As you start to
been
look at your
34.
ocarina and you start scrying on it, you do eventually, and I mean it takes you a good 15 minutes. It's almost as if you were trying to catch wisps of smoke when you started doing this. It's not something you're familiar with right yet, as you're still learning some of the finer nuances of the ocarina. But eventually an image starts to form on the flat surface of it. And as you're watching, you see that he's traveling, and the place looks like it is extremely bright. But not where he is. Where he is, it almost looks black, like something had come through and burned everything away, down to stone and char, cracks in the ground, and he seems to be trying to be secretive about it. It does look like he's sneaking around a bit, but more along the lines of, I'm just staying out of sight, not hiding from something.
Okay, he's
And as you watch for a little bit more, there is a burst, a gout of flame that just erupts from behind him right out of the ground. And it's a huge gout. It's, if you were to judge his size versus it and the apparent distance, it's probably 2.5 times as big as he is. And
The great beyond anyone?
there's not, beyond that, you don't see any real movement, but you do see bursts of flame here and there. You see a charred landscape that he's walking across.
Yeah, sure.
But there's really no landmarks that are familiar with you.
Okay.
You said you were going to attempt to contact the Grey at some
Yes.
point. How are you going to go about this?
I'm gonna sit
Great.
down and
Great.
Mommy, mom, mom, mommy, mommy, mom, mommy, mom, mom.
I'm gonna sit down and meditate and try and use my awakened mind to that same thought process like when I've reached out before.
Okay. And to what end? What are you saying? What are you doing?
Is there anything else you need me to do here? Alaria's dead, but I want to make sure there's nothing that I'm missing. Otherwise, I'm going to tell him what I know about the dragons and see if maybe that's something that I should be working towards. Like, hey, this is my thought. Am I on the right track here? Or are you going to smite me?
Okay.
And all of a sudden, smoking Alexis.
As you start meditating and sending your thought process to the Grey,
Oh! We need to tell Eric about our new guildie.
there's a little bit of a tingle as somebody starts crawling on your shoulder.
Hey, Mushu, what's up, buddy?
Where are we going next?
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out.
Well, you're the one in charge.
Ooh, Mushu's got a tune.
Well, right, but I still want to make sure that my choices don't go against the Grey.
The Grey said that you make the choices.
Wait, the Grey's talking to you now?
I walk up. Hey, I just heard from the Grey.
And I heard no, That's
I
neat
could
even for
probably
me.
talk to him now.
So
I'm afraid
the
to ask.
Grey's talking to you now?
Well, I hear him too, yes.
Okay. So basically, I make the choices, and if I screw up, he'll let me know.
Well, isn't that how a friend does things?
I didn't know he considered me a friend.
He doesn't.
Okay.
Patrick,
Wait, do you think otherwise?
he's in trouble.
I'm your friend.
Yes, Mushu, you're my friend.
Oh,
Aww.
that's so sweet.
You're like my favorite friend.
Aw.
Aww.
Her favorite friend's a
Where do you-
pseudo dragon.
Do you have anywhere you want to go, Mushu?
With you.
Pseudo.
That's
Not what I heard.
I said pseudo.
Oh, we're fuzzies, dang it, now I don't know what to do. Well, there's a dragon I need to potentially go check out.
Okay, then we go see Dragon.
Well, it's not a good dragon. We might have
Okay,
to.
then we don't go see Dragon.
Well, no, he's gonna hurt people if we don't go stop him.
Okay, then we
Then
go
we go
stop
see Dragon.
Dragon.
All right, or
I guess we're gonna
so we
go
could go
slay a
stop
dragon.
dragon, or we could try and go across the Sea of Storms to another continent, another big hunk of land.
Go visit new place.
I think a pseudo dragon.
Which
would
one
go.
sounds more
Yes.
fun? Dragon?
Where do you
We
go?
put-
It's your familiar, Gabs.
I know. You know what, Mushu?
No.
Hit your knee.
I don't know yet, but I think we're gonna go to Town Blonde first, where I grew up, and I can show you that, and then we'll figure out where we're going from there.
Okay,
Maybe we
go
can go
home.
back to the nursery.
I wonder if Sarah's still there. The Dragonborn?
Oh!
She
Why
can
is everyone
remember. She
want to
can
go back
remember
to
the
Jakku?
Wait, what?
She can't remember the story of the history of Loromir, but she can remember the green copper dragonborn lady.
It was never mind.
I remembered. I just didn't realize that that's what you were alluding to.
After I'm done scrying, I want to take the time to take a good look at my ocarina.
Okay.
I want to see if there is, because I don't remember if we talked about this, but if there's any, like, I would assume there would be some inscriptions on it.
Scrabble stuff.
Or if there's any
Yeah,
holy
I don't know.
symbols on it.
No, but there,
Yes, I can. But it's a.
It's a cantrip.
Oh, that's right. It's a cantrip. I can
there's
cast that
no
on demand.
holy
You're right.
image.
That would be
You know,
useful.
you
That
don't
will be
see
useful.
anything on there that looks like holy
I didn't even think about
iconography.
that.
But there is a name written on there. It's the last name of the family. Bloodline.
Oh,
Amberhide.
Eric.
Hmm.
We also have a new guild member pending your approval.
Baron.
Yeah.
Yes. Remember I have one of them there sending stones too.
I just wanted to make sure that you were up to date.
I am.
Wait, who made your sending stone?
You did.
Me.
I didn't make the jewelry.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was the one who broke the first piece off and said, I wonder if this will work. And then we broke another piece off with his assistance, and then we tried, and
Remember, I broke rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't make him a piece of jewelry.
you're not the only one who knows how to make jewelry.
You're the only jeweler in the entire land. Hey, that makes you rich.
Right.
Have I collected all the bodies yet?
I had,
I would assume the
Sure.
orcs are probably
we'll say
most
it's been about an hour.
I
At this point in time, just real quick here, at this point in time, the foliage is starting to spread a very good distance. Most of the north side of the grove is starting to show
Life.
Even smaller flowers are starting to sprout.
I dump the flammable material in the pit.
Yep.
And I use all of it.
Yep.
I light a torch. And I throw it in.
Awesome.
And I say, may Malar reclaim your wicked souls.
And with that, there is a brief moment where you go, oh shoot, bones don't burn. They have to be at an extreme temperature before they actually
Then I yell at the fire until it gets hot.
But you make the comment,
Mhm.
may Malar take you? And as that happens, you notice this crimson color start to spread through the flames, and it changes the entire bonfire into this crimson color, almost like blood. And you watch as it starts to consume, not burn and char and all that, but start to slowly consume all of the bones.
Good.
D&D Pentecost.
And I'm the avatar of that.
Right.
That's Bill Penta Hostel. So.
However,
I approve.
you do know that it's going to take some time, but
Yes.
the flames do not look like there is anything that's going to put them
Wasn't me.
out.
Not me.
Most likely me.
Gosh, Joe.
Yeah, I'm busy.
There we go. Now it's definitely not me.
Shoot, I lost my train of thought and it was important.
Choo-choo.
It's making a chugga noise.
Check it now. My truck made that noise.
I bet it did. It wasn't firing on all cylinders.
Oh,
It fired too much on the cylinders.
Eric, does this mean we automatically lost the guild challenge in Ironhaven?
Oh god, yeah.
Or because of all the weirdness, was it?
How would they know?
Their guards were freaking gone. I think they knew.
Oh well, that's my conspiracy theory.
I don't know. I wasn't there. However, I'm sure
He's not there.
Is someone gonna talk to Perrin?
Perrin's in Whitebridge.
Oh yeah, that's right. He left.
I will,
We get stopped in Ironhaven by something.
well, yeah. I was also thinking maybe we could just send a message to him and say, hey, things kind of went crazy. Can we try this again?
I think that's probably a good idea.
I mean, this is the first year that I've ever done the guild challenges, so I don't quite know all the protocol.
What, Hurry didn't like to do guild challenges?
No,
So surprising her doesn't like to do anything.
Hurry doesn't like to do much more than travel. I'm surprised you guys didn't see him with the Tinker Train.
Yeah, no, we didn't see.
So you, Eric, do you have a preference as to where we go as, you know,
No,
our
have
guild
fun.
leader?
Have fun.
I think he's putting that in our hands.
He is, I'm just-
Not quite so much in your hands, but I need to make my way back to Whitebridge, let them know that this is taken care of, and I'm pretty hell-bent on taking care of Ningir now.
Well,
I
we
wanna
want.
help.
I was gonna say, I think we're in agreement that we want to help.
There's
And
only-
I will keep you guys in the loop, or versa versa.
Please and thank you. There is only one thing I do want to do.
Uh-huh.
I want to try and see if I can hunt down Gage and let him know I'm okay.
Who's Gage?
Her boyfriend.
He's not a.
One of.
One of? Okay. You're doing good for yourself.
No, I'm really not. The DM
No.
won't let me.
She keeps striking out. I thought you were gonna slap me with Mushu.
She almost
She
did.
thought about it.
There was a brief second.
Oh, because your arm went like this. I was.
If we
bracing.
weren't on camera, I would have slapped you with Mushu, yes.
I thought the camera would
Let's
incentivize you.
No, because you can sue me and then there's proof. If I beat you to a certain point off camera, there's no proof.
Instead, you just said, now you've implicated yourself.
Yeah, so it wasn't me.
No such thing as plausible deniability.
That was a hypothetical.
So-
Wait, what's that okay?
Who's this Gage guy, other than your boyfriend?
He's not my boyfriend.
He's a traitor.
And he did
Who
a.
did he,
Traitor.
upset?
I said traitor!
He's,
Traitor with a T.
we had him bring some barrels. Well, he should have stopped by the guild hall because he brought some barrels of Ironhaven ale back.
There
In
hasn't been
here,
there.
prisoner.
Yeah, sorry, dear.
You dropped something, Eric.
No, I think he kicked her die.
My dice dropped.
One of your ball bearings?
He
Tink, tink.
Gage's sundries. That's his wagon train, and on the way to Ironhaven, we protected his wagons and kept each other company.
I negotiated the whole thing.
You what?
I negotiated the whole thing.
Good.
He had help.
I'm sorry, how?
And then
That's right.
I wanted to go back with him, but this was more important.
So you want to leave the guild and go with him?
No, a dragon is more important than... If I go be with him instead of take care of a dragon and the dragon kills us all, then it was kind of all for nothing.
But then you spent the last
But that's not what I just asked.
best moments of your life with him.
Do you want to leave the guild and be with him?
Do I want to? Part of me, yes, but between the gray and needing to find out where I came from, and I wasn't brave enough to find out if he felt the same way.
Okay, then don't leave the guild and go be with him.
You're single, aren't you?
Yes.
Right, so let's go track down this dragon.
Okay. So
Any
we're gonna,
romantics out there, bleed your hearts for me, please.
She doesn't need it.
so Nymar wants to go to
Talmon.
Talmon,
To
so
go
I
visit
think
her home.
we can go to Talmon, then we can go to Narthen. We can just repeat the trip that we just did.
Epic Journey Part 2.
Pretty much just to see how everyone's doing and maybe get more information on Ningir. Well, he was up by the God's Shelf when you faced him last time, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
We were close
is
to
there
that.
is there a chance that he's still in the same spot?
Ironhaven is in the God Shelf.
I know, so we were close to it.
If he's still living in his same
No, because I
roost,
think
then it's going to be much more
That was
difficult
Ari.
to get to him,
You sure?
as he's going to have made his defenses
Ari.
much more significant.
What kind
Vlad
of
wasn't
defenses?
there when we got to the god shelf.
He's a white dragon. He commands the
literally
ice and the skies.
A day after he felt
His
that
defenses
dragon,
are going to be
sense.
treacherous ravines,
Ari showed up.
life-threatening cold, and he's most likely going to be in some sort of rocky crag that is going to be almost impossible for people to ascend to.
I'm a dwarf. I'm a mountain dwarf. Does that count for anything?
That's why I used the word almost.
Can't we just magic our way up there?
Sure, find some magic that'll get you up there.
I can just dimension door us a bunch of times.
She's got some new tricks.
If you're talking about using the ocarina to dimension door over and over again, once per day.
Yeah, but I have dimension door as one of my 4th level spells, so I can do it up to 3 times.
That's why I was referring to the ocarina.
Maybe I can yell at the mountain so hard they make stairs.
I want to see this.
I can Misty step my way up.
Wait. Hold on a second.
And what's to say that you're going to be able to approach a dragon's den without them knowing you're approaching? These are ancient creatures. This white dragon has already been set upon by and I'm not trying to sound like a braggart, but those of us who approached the dragon last, that is what we trained for.
I've been
And it
taking...
still caused as much damage to our group as it did.
You're saying your group was considerably stronger then than we are now.
No, I'm saying we trained to hunt a dragon.
Gotcha.
How to train to hunt a dragon?
That was a good one, by the
Part
way.
3.
I feel closer to a god than I ever felt before.
Yes.
I mean, you've seen me, haven't you?
I was hoping you might regale me with some of that tale before we move on.
Well, we were in the caverns, and then there was a rift thing, and then I pushed Alexis through, and she didn't come back, so I went after her, and I ended up being completely encased in stone and dead. And then
It was kind of scary.
in the dead world, I saw a big glowing white wolf and asked me to do his bidding and he'll give me life again. And I said yes.
Oh, and Alexis lost her arm.
But she has it back now. It's all better.
There's this really, really, really old dwarf, and he fixed it for her, but it was a different color.
So she's part automaton.
Okay. What?
Ooh. Wait.
I mean, and I turn around. You see
Which
you see the symbol on my tail, don't
And
you?
which god is it that you are now more...
Do you not know what that symbol is?
No?
Okay, that's Malar,
Oh, I know that name.
the god of hunts.
Yeah. And werewolves.
Yeah. As you might have noticed, I'm a little more
Lupine in nature.
wolfier.
Yes, I noticed
I'm
that.
half orc, half human, half wolf.
But I have to be careful because I have had... I mean, don't take this the wrong way, but I
Had experience with werewolves.
have had a very bad experience with werewolves.
Yeah?
Tell us more about that.
No. It's something I wish to forget.
Did you try to hit on a werewolf lady?
No. I would never do anything of that nature.
Never.
So, as you guys are having these conversations and making your way around, cleaning up the debris and all this, 8 hours actually passes relatively quick. You guys have managed to keep yourselves busy with tending to what's going on around here. And you watch, it only took about 2 hours for the bones to be consumed by the red flame. And they're outside of some scorch marks on the ground. Nothing would tell you that there was a pile of bones there. It is
Sweet.
gone. It is consumed.
All for Malar.
And soon after that, you watch as the ground starts to fill in with grass and flowers.
But there's still a divot in the ground?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like where Moroku's father's
Yeah.
grave is. That's all I can think of.
Yeah, that's just, but it's filled with a bunch of
Grass and flowers and foliage.
Yep. There are small saplings starting to sprout up.
She's about to murder us.
Yeah, probably.
No, I'm not. Not today.
And
Not today.
I have the
after
energy for
about
that
the
today.
6th hour of meditation, there is a strange tree that starts to grow. A little bit to the west of the great oak. It starts to grow, and it looks. At first, it looks like a pitcher plant.
Oh, cool.
But as the time goes, the pitcher starts to get wider and wider and starts to grow until it looks even more like an onion than anything else. In the 2 hours that this happens, you guys are cleaning up and keeping an eye on that, you notice that Eric doesn't stray too far from it.
Please tell me baby giant's gonna come.
He's never more than about 30 or 40 feet away from it, and tends to give it a sideways look the entire time.
Because sorry.
Welcome back. And the 8th hour passes. Your body is sore. Your arms ache, and you feel like you could eat everything.
A forest.
I'm gonna get up very stiffly, hobble a little.
Eric helps you to your feet
Ow.
and starts walking you toward this large plant.
She's gonna look at it. That's never happened before.
You've never done this before.
Wait,
You don't
are we
know
there?
that.
Yeah, you're all
Yeah, we're all there.
What? No, you don't know that. She could have used it before she met you guys.
This is actually not of your doing.
Oh?
I've seen this once before. And I would like to say, what you're going to see next is amazing. And you watch as he grabs your hand and he sets it right up against the plant.
Is it warm?
Yes. As a matter of fact, not only is it warm, but it's starting to undulate.
Ew. Undulating onions.
Yes. And then as your hand is there, you feel a slight drop. Almost like something is pulling your energy into it, but not taking it away from you. It's almost like something's trying to hold
Like
your
a
hand.
connection.
Yep, almost like something's trying to hold your hand.
The onions are holding my hand.
And then the mouth starts to open as the petals start to curl and peel away. Slowly, the 12 petals roll down, and standing in front of you is a dryad.
Yeah. Sweet.
Do we recognize this dryad?
No,
I'm gonna say in Druidic, welcome back.
Back.
Guess who's back?
Back
Again.
Shady's back.
no words.
Such a beautiful moment, and you guys are so messing it up.
That's okay.
She's not saying anything.
Would you rather I
She's looking
stop?
around, and
Teasing all of you.
all you, the image standing before you is one of the loveliest feminine figures you've ever seen. The entire form is covered in vines and leaves wrapping around to make it look like she's in leggings, stockings, wrapping all the way up, almost like breeches, continuing to wrap around into a very light-looking shirt, short sleeves, all the way up, and then you see her face. It looks like the leaves of the plant that she was in have wrapped around to form the lips, the nose, the eyes. They perk out like ears, almost like an elf. And her eyes are an acorn brown, almond shaped, No iris or anything, just a solid brown. And she's looking with this almost serene feel about her. You've done good work.
Now die.
Let's not.
Have you returned all of his bones to the grave?
We were unable to find one unless it was on the desecrator's body. So we are unsure.
Well, then he is going to sleep poorly, but he will sleep nonetheless.
Maybe there's a way to bring him back.
Well,
Wait.
he's been asleep for many, many decades now. I would hope that the one that disturbed his slumber suffers for it.
She did.
She has been taken by Malar.
Oh, then
She will suffer for eternity.
She will be part of his great hunt and eternal hunt. This is.
I saw to that.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have my thanks.
Huh?
I watched.
That?
So partially me too. Thank
Yes.
you.
So wait. Is your name Hailey then?
Yes, I am highly.
How do you spell that?
Hyliee.
Dryan?
Yes.
I have some work to do here.
She basically did it all.
No, not nearly as much as needs to be done, but I
She
did a
has-
little.
In your world, she has done much like one would take a gauze over a wound.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. 8 hours of gods.
It's gonna take a lot to get this back to.
It is surprising she is still on her feet with that much energy gone into the earth.
She's very powerful.
Thank you.
She's still young.
For being young, she's very powerful.
Well, that's the only. She's young. That's why she's able to do it.
Right?
And
I'm glad I was able to
She-
assist.
cups her hand. There's a small burst of energy that you can feel. And she extends her hand. And you recognize immediately that she's handing you good berries.
Ooh, sweet. How many?
4.
Ooh,
Eat.
thank you. And
Have you ever seen Dragon Ball Z?
No,
Okay.
you just ate a
No,
handful.
You just
of
ate 4
sensitive-
cents of
no,
beans.
I'm eating one. Thank you. I'm not eating them all. I'm not gonna be that
Or
stupid.
the
Okay.
Jetsons.
For the Jetsons, yeah. No.
Yeah, pop.
Is there anything else you need us to do right away that would help you?
You have done everything that needs to be done. You're the reason I am back. The desecration that woman caused separated me from my tree.
What exactly happened? Because
The story, did you hear the story that Gazmon would tell?
Gazmon told me that you died because of the humans.
I think you misunderstood him. I went away.
He made it pretty clear that he believed you to be dead.
Did he?
Yes.
I thought so.
Very,
Or
very
was it-
clear.
Was it the
And he set up.
abomination that?
Well, anything he said would be manipulated by
Ilaria.
Ilaria.
Yeah. I don't believe we should
We don't
trust any
even
of the
know what-
information we got from him.
Okay, actually, from what he told me, all he said was that she grew weak. I think.
And that is true. I grew weak, and it grew, and the continued damage done to my forest forced me to return to the Feywild, where I could recuperate. And it took me many, many years before I could return, and by that time he had passed.
Yeah.
How long was he dead before Ilaria brought him back?
Decades.
How did Ilaria
Damn.
find his body? His bones?
Isn't there powerful enough spells to do that?
Yeah,
I
but why
know
him?
Did you pull
Right.
his
I
bones
know
from the house?
that she had the help
Kron was sitting in front of it.
from the god of death.
Back
So
in
there's
the-
That is the only way that she could drive me from my home.
Would I have taken? Sorry to interrupt. This is.
Yep.
Would I have taken? When I was putting all the bones in the pile, would I have taken the bones out of the treehouse that were Gazmon's bones?
You didn't say that.
I didn't
did.
specify.
I wasn't.
Okay.
Okay.
You didn't specify that you were going in the house, so I was
No.
making the assumption it was all outside.
Then Gazmon's bones are still in the house.
Except for his skull.
Well, yeah, the skull's burnt.
And yeah, one up.
But
a little
When-
And the one leg bone.
bit. Yeah.
Yep.
Arm bone, wasn't
Or
it?
arm bone, sorry, yes.
Whichever it was.
It's connected to the.
Other bone, which is connected to the one bone.
Right.
I will end up consecrating this land one more time. It seems that, and she turns to look at the small gathering of orcs. It seems that I have had help from those I never expected. Your tribe is welcome here, but none other.
Their hearts are good.
Their hearts are chaotic. They
I know
sow
nothing about
chaos everywhere they go. But they have assisted in bringing me my home back. They are welcome. None of your other ilk are.
Okie dokie.
And you watch as her form sinks into the ground, and you can see that rather than disappearing into the ground, she's actually spreading out through the foliage.
Oh, that's cool.
And you're watching as flowers erupt. You can see the little saplings that you had started growing as though years have passed
Yeah.
in a
She is
flash of an
kazoo.
instant.
As soon as it starts, Karana's literally going to begin laughing in delight. Like, you guys have never heard her like this. And she's literally just going, yes!
So you are watching a dryad using the power of the Feywild swim through the grass, growing a forest
So,
in
Fantasia.
moments. Yes, in mere moments.
Her brain goes one way, our brain goes different direction.
All knowledge worth having.
Kazoo.
So
That too.
we are off to Talmont then?
Yes.
Are we going to check in on Garnet?
That would be Narthen. Narthen's a lot farther north. Talmont is 6 days journey that way.
So, like I said,
In
we'll
rounds.
just
If
Like-
you guys wish to visit on those that you have made friends with, be my guest. I must make my way back to Whitebridge with haste.
Why?
He's already
Because of
said-
the white dragon I want to kill.
It's back?
Were you not? Oh,
Oh,
you were
she
not-
wasn't there!
She wasn't.
I actually love
meditating.
you for that.
Because
You
all
did
of
not
us were
hear
about
me.
to kill you first.
No, that was very
That
good.
was
I have a legitimate
That
reason
was
this
good.
time.
I do not wish to repeat myself, so I will
I'll
make
get the
this short.
story from
I
the
walk up.
others.
Wait, the white dragon's back?
I will make this short and sweet.
I beat Mirren within an inch of his life.
The dragon that I fought when I first came to this
You need to
realm
do
is not
160
dead.
points to me.
Oh, okay.
Seems to be active again.
112 plus 48.
They know the dragon's name. I need to go to Whitebridge to figure out any more information about this.
Very well.
And like 4 hours, I'll be able to heal
With
myself.
any luck, the spy master has returned and is not dead.
I kind of want to go back.
Well, very well.
To Talmon. Alright, folks. Sorry about that, but for some reason my computer decided it did not want to stream.
There we go.
Yep.
We're good.
We have audio.
Also for our channel viewers, if you type exclamation who DM as one command, you'll get a surprise.
Oh, let someone. I'm gonna let someone. You want one?
What is
What
that?
is it?
Cheese.
What kind of cheese?
So please, one of you all try.
Garlic.
Ooh. May I?
Mm-hmm. We have a bigger one.
Oh.
That's really good, Gabs.
Ooh. I will beat you.
All right. So now that we've had our first malfunction for the day, let's continue.
Wow, that's really good.
What cheese is it? What type of cheese is it?
It's the
Garlic.
one you picked up.
Oh, the garlic.
Yeah, it's been there for a week,
That
so I
I've
figured
never
it was
tried.
fair game.
Yeah, it's very great. One of y'all type in exclamation who DM.
I was giving the people a chance, but they did.
All three of us will.
No,
Heck yeah.
just one of you because it's going to
Oh.
have a big response.
Oh, gotcha. Exclamation who DM.
And put it in.
Okay.
I want that. I want that.
Too late. Rules don't apply.
Sorry. I gave you
Oh,
cheese.
cool. That's cool.
That's one of the new commands that I've added to the stream. I'm going to be working on more, up to and including adding the player name with all of the characters and
Cool.
I'll cut more and break.
campaigns, adventures that they're in. So I'm working on giving a bit more stuff like that. Now, as you guys were saying, you guys want to head to White Bridge. Eric said that he's going to be leaving that evening for Telmond.
Other way around. We want to do a
Eric
town
was
wand. Eric needs to go to White Bridge.
I thought we were all going to White Bridge
I
now.
thought you all voted on going to White Bridge.
Yeah, but
first.
you just said Eric said you go to town wand.
And Eric had said he was going to go to White Ridge.
He is. But he said he was going to Telmond first.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, then we're going to go to...
Okay, everybody completely missed that.
Yeah. Sorry. So
But
no,
he's leaving this
Now.
evening. You guys are working with the orcs, and you have noticed that they have set up some working stations to pound out and work the steel ingots.
I will do that.
They are currently working on putting together a clay forge or fire
Cool.
forge so that they can heat the steel.
I have experience in doing that.
There is one other thing that has happened since Hailey has shown up. You all hear the sound of running water.
Oh, the river's back.
Oh, I gotta pee.
It's got a good current,
Running water makes you gotta pee.
only if that's how you were trained. So there is a lot of work going on to set up a way for these orcs to craft at least rudimentary equipment. You said you were going to help.
Yep.
But they don't have everything set up to even start heating the metal.
Then I will help set up to start to hit metal.
They're working,
Since I know how to do that.
like I said, they're working on the forge itself right now.
I'm an apprentice.
You are an apprentice, yes. What about the rest of you?
My purse, please.
I'm sorry.
What about the rest of you? Niren just started working on making clay bricks and whatnot for the forge.
Well, Karana is resting because she's probably still pretty sore.
You are sore, but it's not from taxing yourself. It's the sore from being in one position for so long.
Gotcha. Okay.
You were not on
So,
for too long.
stretching.
Right.
I am stretching.
I am contemplating the meaning of 42.
Nice.
Which
You do
actually
not
helped me
currently-
pass a...
You do not currently have a
Math test
towel,
one time.
so it's difficult for you to get the answer.
Okay, fair.
I want to spend some time. Honestly, I want to spend some time reflecting and trying to debate on where I really want to go, what I really want to do, and what my personal goals are versus the group goals. Eric made me think with the whole do you want to leave the guild and go be with Gage. It upset me how divided I was. So I want to go think.
And Eric is getting his hands dirty with the rest of the orcs as well.
You're infinitely more useful than Hurry.
Hurry is actually quite useful. He is just very unlucky.
Well, I have never seen him be useful, so.
Again, he is very unlucky.
Was he cursed with uselessness?
After Ningir, yes.
Don't make me feel bad, Eric. I don't like him for a reason.
Now you
Ningir
just-
took away our entire party.
There always has to be a tragic background.
Hurry.
Can't I just not like somebody?
Oh, you cannot
Chicken
like him.
tack.
I'm not saying.
Okay, I don't like chicken tag.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
See,
they-
their village was destroyed.
No! I don't care.
Doesn't matter.
Actually, they did tell you their backstory,
Yes, they did.
but
Okay,
Hurry.
fine. Hurry gets a pass, but I still don't like him.
oh, he's a pain in the ass.
Thank you. I'll take that.
But he is more focused on traveling than he is anything else. Which again is why I said I'm surprised he didn't see him with the Tinker Train.
Well, maybe he'll be there this time.
Or he could be in Briar Glen.
Oh,
Briar Glen.
I was supposed to go there.
Where's Briar Glen?
That is a good question. Yes, even me, as traveled as I am, have never been able to find Briar Glen.
Army Navy.
Nope, that's the other one. So as you guys are bantering and having fun, a couple more hours pass and the forge is quickly put together. The orcs, though Hailey did say that they sow confusion, when they do work together on a task, they are extremely efficient. And the forge is up and running.
If anyone even goes to it, I push him out of the way.
This is just the fire.
Yeah.
The anvil is being brought in right now.
Okay.
Eric takes off for a moment, returns with Hailey, as you watch Hailey extend a hand, and a thick mushroom starts to grow next to the forge, and then another one, and half a dozen of them are pulled up out of the ground as Hailey turns and goes, "These burn just as hot, but a little bit slower than most normal woods. I think you'll find them good for your forge.
Cool.
Neat.
Thank you.
I also enchanted them that they will grow back rapidly.
Cool.
Sweet.
You should be able to get at least one cord every hour.
Holy crap.
Awesome.
I am
That's a
dry-
lot.
I am a dryad.
Mm-hmm.
No, I
I am a
As
nature
things
shaker.
are settling down a little bit, Krana would like to pull out her druid focus
Okay.
and give it a little bit of an update.
How so?
Dear diary.
Basically, polish it up, make sure that the
You never did
components.
explain what your
Oh, yeah,
focus
that's right.
was.
I never did, did I?
8 levels later.
Right?
Well, technically 7 levels.
It
because
is
we started at
a-
level 1.
Right? It is a wood carving and small
Someday
statue
you're not going to like me anymore.
made out of several different wood pieces.
Okay.
You know, as hard as you
Like,
try to make
almost
that
like
true,
one of
it
those,
still doesn't work
those
for you.
fitted wood
Someday it will be.
puzzles.
Okay.
So it's a nice
said someday she's not
combination of
gonna like me
those with different accents on it
Okay.
from the place where I grew up. So,
So you
in our
basically
story.
created a doll.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna check it over, see if it's been damaged through all the
Yes.
shit that we've gone through the last few months. Like, give it a
one
polish.
Thing, the one thing that's fantastic about these talisman that spellcasters use is the inherent energy that goes through it to help your spells come to life reinforces it with this barrier that is, at least from what you guys have been through, it seems that it's indestructible. The tiny details that you made for the fingers and the toes on this talisman, you would assume that being tossed around like you have would have done some sort of damage to it. Not even a single bump can be found on this.
Perfect. Then I'm just gonna give it a little polish up, make sure that it's still in good working order, and just kind of assist where I can for the night.
Okay. Evening is starting to roll around by the time everything is set up to start the forge, to start working on equipment. And you have made it very well known that you are the one who wants to swing the hammer.
I'll push everybody out of the way.
You don't have to. There's an unspoken respect given to you from all of them.
That's right.
And when you make...
I gotta live it up, okay?
When you make the
We're
comment
gonna be leaving them soon.
that you want to work on the forge, they all kind of go... And it's more along the lines of, you asked for it, here you
You
go.
asked for it.
I know how to do this.
And you do end up, without asking for it, and even slightly against your wishes, you do wind up with one assistant.
I swear to God, it's that one.
It is the one that got into an argument with you. As he walks over to you, grabs a pair of tongs, one of the ingots, and drops it in the fire. As soon as it gets nice and red, he sets it down and he's holding it on the anvil. Just waiting.
I know what I want to do.
Okay. I don't say anything to him. I break out the hammer and I whack away at it.
And you see that,
Well, it's more like. Thump, thump.
yep, and you see his arms, they're a little bit bigger than yours, not by much. And every time you go thump, he doesn't twitch.
Good.
Sweet.
And he watches.
Well, he dented that freaking tray on my face pretty good. So.
Right. And he's looking at you expectantly.
Okay, fine. This is the way you want to play?
No. Not in the challenge type.
Okay.
But like, what do I do? Because all he's doing is holding it over the anvil.
Okay. Well, if he's actually being respectful, I will flatten it out till it's workable, and then I'll explain what I'm doing and what he needs to do.
Okay. So you're gonna flatten it out. You're not gonna have him.
Well, right. I'm
He's
gonna
looking
do
at you expectantly.
Okay, so I'll go flip it. You know, I'll give him the commands as I'm working on it.
All right. And as you do that, you notice he relaxes.
Okay.
As soon as you start telling him
Yep.
how to assist, he immediately starts to relax and goes. And now it almost looks like he's questioning you for accolades.
Good boy.
You sure you don't want to be their leader?
I would love to, but that means I have to leave.
No.
I would like
You can
to
just have them follow us, because they're technically nomadic, and we're nomadic at the moment.
I want to go
Nomadic.
find Kylie.
And I say that to the group of them, and are they all kind of nearby?
Yeah. They're trying their best to assist with
Obviously
you.
don't.
If you guys want to follow us on our journey, that's fine. I'll lead you guys, but you have to follow us. And we might stay in a place for some time. And some of those places might be human cities. And you might get a lot of weird looks like I
You
do.
have given us this trinket that will allow us to communicate with you.
Well,
You wouldn't
that's
take
hers.
it.
No. You were to give us a trinket that allows us to communicate with you.
Yes.
You do not wish to be our leader,
Well, I mean, I'm split on this. I kind of do, but I kind of don't.
which means you do not wish to be our leader.
My duty obliges.
However, you will be part of our clan.
That I can accept.
The rest of your...
Pack. It's a pretty good term
I
for
like that word too. The rest of your pack is welcome with you.
Murder.
Wait, what if we come without him?
They will kill you.
Pretty much.
What do you call your clan?
We don't have a name.
I have a name for you.
And?
The Wanderers.
Hush.
Hold on. I can
I'm
actually...
walking away.
Nope, I'm going to match you on this.
Oh gosh.
Oh boy.
I think I have it.
Part of me doesn't even want to know.
Give me a second. I gotta find the page.
The Murin Starship experience.
Let me. Ouch! That actually hurt my brain for a moment.
Wow.
Jefferson Starship?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually,
Why are you guys all
Star Trek.
wearing red shirts?
Ah, no.
That's not every series though.
That's almost every
next,
series.
Well, Next Generation, it's not red shirts. Isn't it yellow?
Okay.
Yeah. Because command is red.
We shall take your name. Krusha Yovet.
Can you spell that for me?
Phonetically.
Krusha.
Khrushchev
Oh, E-V.
Yovev.
Y-O-V-E-V.
It is new information.
Wait a second now. How do you know his name?
Oh, huh?
He just gave it to us.
I called them the Wanderers.
Khrushchev Yovev.
Okay.
Wait, what does that mean?
The Wanderers. He
In-
just named us.
And
Oh,
I would know
okay.
that's Orcish,
You
right?
need to teach your pets.
Okay, no, first of all,
I'm
I'm nobody's pet.
That was the wrong thing to say, buddy.
I can turn into a pet, but I ain't one.
But I agree.
And I can understand Orcish.
You would recognize it as one. The Wanderers.
Oh, okay. It just means the Wanderers in Orcish.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said.
And I instinctively would have said that in Orcish too.
Okay.
So you guys hear him dictate.
Khrushchev Yovev.
Khrushchev Yovev is the name of this clan.
Orcs speak Serbo-Croatian, apparently. That's very similar
They're 12
dialect.
big.
Not counting you guys. 10.
Okay.
They just need to find some orc girlfriends.
Oh, we plan on it.
Have fun with that.
I want to be the founder of the best clan in the world, so.
You are not our leader.
I'm not the leader, I'm the founder.
However, we will
Speak your name.
take guidance.
Yeah, you're the
Unlike-
familiar.
Unlike any of the
You
other
guys Swift Dragon, I've
clans,
got 10 orcs.
unlike any of the other clans, we do not follow Grumsh. We follow Malar.
Yes.
Sweet.
Oh, I'm assuming Groomsh is
Orc god.
orc god.
Malar will serve you well, as he has me.
We will serve him well.
Right, hammer away again.
Yep.
Make sure, as it gets darker, put those, torches on stands.
Tiki torches.
Tiki torches. Illuminate the area around the fort so I can see what I'm doing.
As you start to do that,
I intend to work all night.
as you start to do that, there are green globes that start
Awesome.
to float in the air, lighting the work area.
Jesus, Alari.
And no,
It's not
they're
her.
not what you think they are. As you walk over there to take a look, thinking that they are dancing lights, you realize they're not. These are actually will-o-wisps.
Cool.
Wait,
Wow, from the Fae.
pixies?
Will-o-wisps.
Will-o-wisps.
Wisps.
So kind
They're
of
creatures.
Like pixies?
No, they
No.
are will-o-wisps.
A wisp is a creature.
I
Cool.
want to
I wanna
go
say
highly.
You recognize will-o-wisps from tales of glowing creatures that would entice people to wander off the path into the strange darkness.
As
They
the Fae do.
They would speak Sylvan then, wouldn't they?
That is a good question. I don't
Sure.
remember.
Because
Look,
I want to try and greet them in Sylvan.
let me
Yeah.
double check.
Okay.
I don't remember if they do.
Because this is my other Rosetta Stone.
You can try.
Okay.
As you watch these will-o-wisps start to blink into light, they hover. And there's close to a dozen of them.
It's very tentative,
Sure can.
but I'm going to
I think so. She will be.
hello to them.
In Sylvan.
In Sylvan.
In Sylvan. As you do that, Hailey turns, kind of grins, and you see that look of recognition that you're speaking Sylvan, and she just kind of grins. And from one of the wisps floating near the forge,
I speak Sylvan.
you hear a very strange voice. It sounds disembodied and it sounds far away, but it's coming from the wisp as it greets you in return.
Cool.
None of the rest seem to make a noise.
Cool.
Interesting.
I want to go chat with Hailey.
Okay.
I want to bring over my herb pouch.
At this point in time, you see her standing in front of the doorway to the house that was built.
Okay. Excuse me. I am a very, very fledgling herbalist, and I have some herbs that I don't recognize, and I'm wondering if there's any help you can give me. I want to make sure that I can take care of them properly, find out their proper usages, and I'd love to be able to grow them. I don't have the nature for it that Karana does, but I would like to find a way to expand my knowledge of herbs, whether they be for healing or something that we can use in combat to protect places like this again.
How many do you have here that you don't recognize?
Worm tongue, ginkgo brush, emetic wax, and quicksilver lichen.
Quicksilver lichen goes by a different name in many other places.
Okay.
It goes by the name wolfsbane.
I knew it. Well, no,
We knew it, but Loxy didn't.
I
Yes.
can't wait to feed this to me.
Don't tell me.
The other one,
Emetic wax.
that is a catalyst that is used when making potions and poisons that binds the agents together.
So a binding agent
And ginkgo brush.
That is,
makes a damn good tea.
yes, it does make some good tea, but it also assists
Echinacea?
in relieving tension, headaches.
It's ibuprofen.
I believe for the females of many races, it assists with problems they have.
it's ibuprofen.
It's my doll.
It's ibuprofen.
Roughly how late is it?
It's going on
Nighttime.
probably about 8ish.
So the sun is beginning to,
It's
Sun's
Gone.
down.
it's as dark as it is right now outside.
Because it's going unaided.
right?
On top of that, it's going into fall.
Mm-hmm. Then,
And so really, the only light's coming from mainly the
And
work
so
area.
And the will-o-wisps?
some light is coming through from the stars, but you're also on a waning moon.
okay.
But
So,
I'm just banging away in the dark. So.
While, seeing as everyone is beginning
Worm
to,
Worm tongue, I'm not familiar with.
I would
I'm not familiar with that.
take it out and show her.
She looks at it. Also known as dragon's breath.
Dragon's breath.
Yes.
How would I use that?
It's actually, many alchemists use it to make exactly that.
Ooh, fire.
No, dragon's breath, not fire.
Mhm.
You consume it and you can breathe like dragons do.
It's this green explosive.
Cool.
They call
Like-
it wildfire.
You need to. Do I need to cure it or mix it with something or?
I'm not one for alchemy.
Fair.
I have what I need from the forest.
And then I have 3 sprigs of LAE. I'm not sure if you'd pronounce it lay or la. It's not lie because that'd be LIE.
Or LYE.
Maybe they're ley lines.
Lay,
LAE is what you have. I have 3
That's
sprigs of it.
just a weed.
I smiled sheepishly.
Maybe you can make tea out of it, like dandelion. No.
It doesn't even make a good wine.
Oh, jeez. Well, seeing as everyone is beginning to settle, I would like to test
He's
out.
not.
I'm not. Oh god, no.
He's going.
No, I
down
know,
on
but
the
he's
forge.
doing his thing. I would like to test out my newfound expanded borders with my beast shape and turn into a giant barn owl.
Okay.
I mean, and you guys are hearing the rhythm
Mm-hmm.
as I'm hammering.
And
There's
as per
there's
usual,
dum,
it is going to
dum,
be
dum.
While you're doing this work, you are approached by an orc here
Textured.
and there who hands you water or something.
I thank them.
You turn into a barn owl,
yes.
and you ascend up and up and up.
And then you
above,
Icarus.
above
Too
the
close to the moon.
trees, above the trees, and then you hit an invisible ceiling.
Right.
You have flown above the canopy as you realize you are easily 90, 100 feet in the air.
Oh, you're checking the weather.
Yes.
And
I thought you were going crazy.
I'm like, I don't feel anything.
and
Checking the
you can
weather.
see the sky. It's
Yeah, it's snowing.
somewhat cloudy. It's a waning moon, and
Just leave
you
them
can
by.
just feel the wind as it tickles through your feathers. For the first time,
probably be
you
happy about
are free.
You were in a mood tonight.
Yeah, and I'm gonna literally circle around our clearing.
Yep.
Circle around a little bit, see if I can see.
And you
Just
can.
how
It
things
is one of
seem.
the coolest things as you start to acclimate yourself to the eyes of this creature.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Hey,
only
eagle eyes.
can you see in the dark, but you can see so much clarity.
Clarity.
And the fact that you can actually focus your sight, you can watch as even from 100 feet in the air, you focus and you can see the detail of the hammer that Mirren is using to whack away at the metal.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna take my jaunt and then come back down afterward, and
As
I'm gonna
you,
go land on Vistra.
Do I
as you're,
recognize that it's her?
It's a gray barn owl with.
as
pattern
you're
in the
doing,
feathers.
as you're doing your rounds through the
It
forest,
just flaps in your face.
you see movement in the forest. There are 3 hooded figures heading toward the grove.
The plot thickens.
Color, race.
Hard to tell.
It's dark.
I would like to glide a little closer, but you know,
What do
obviously,
you mean by a
I'm
little closer?
Don't get yourself kidnapped
Oh,
again.
gosh.
You
close
don't
enough
really
to see
think
more
it.
detail. But
We're about to save crying again.
I'm a look like a normal
Again.
owl as much as possible.
Correct.
Be normal.
When you were wearing your hooded cloak so that people didn't know you were a tiefling, they are wearing hooded
normal owl.
cloaks.
Perfect. Okay.
Play it
I would
cool.
like to listen then. Land in a tree about just a few
She's not
yards.
gonna alert anybody that there's. You know.
Well, how am I
No.
supposed to do that?
Woohoo!
Okay.
And just kind of.
As you light,
If you start making owl noises, I'll probably know to speak with animals.
as you light on the tree, you have to do the ritual before you can.
No, I have a
Oh, sorry.
cantrip. You gave me a cantrip.
Sorry,
I can do it forever, instant.
Yes, you can. As you light on the tree, 3 hooded figures stop, and then one of them looks up, right at you.
Mm-hmm.
And a net flies at you.
Go tell them we're here.
Can I see the face yet?
It's covered in shadow.
Do I recognize the voice?
Never heard it before.
Lovely. Can I see the color of the cloaks now?
Your guess is either a dark blue, dark brown, or dark green.
And there's nothing showing, no weapons, no anything.
One of them carrying what looks like a
Story arc number
quarterstaff,
2, here we
maybe?
go.
A what?
A quarterstaff, maybe?
Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe a quarterstaff, some stick.
Yeah.
Either
Better.
that, or it's just a very well-designed stick. Yes.
right?
Walking
And
stick.
going to
And it was
Yeah.
literally, go tell them we're here.
gonna
Who's
coo
we?
a couple of times and head off.
And you can tell,
Something's
you
Yeah.
can,
funny.
No,
you can hear that they're walking still, and they are
We-
not being quiet.
or selfie. So they're literally just
They're
walking.
just walking.
Okay. So going to
Welcome
go
back.
off of the assumption that we talked about last time that in my beast shaped my sending stone is touching me. And I'm gonna make loud owl noises over
Over Boar's
net.
It's actually kind of strange because
What
you
the
guys actually hear language.
Really?
What?
That's cool.
That whole
That's,
synergy.
that's never happened before.
We've never,
Never
tried.
tried.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
Not that I'm aware of.
Yes, I have. I tried
thought
the
she
last
did.
time I was in Panther form when we were doing the race.
Yes. Yep. Yes, you did.
She did.
No.
And it
did.
didn't work.
I know.
Now it does
Cool.
for some reason.
We have
Probably because we weren't attuned
Right.
to them at the time.
You weren't attuned to them at the time.
Oh God. Okay.
Well, it would be more like her.
Right. I'm basically saying Mirren's name. Mirren.
What?
Woohoo!
Wait, you can understand me now. Okay, that's useful. We'll go into that later. There's 3 hooded figures coming toward the clearing. They
From
told
the
me
north.
from the north. They told me to tell you guys that they're coming, but I don't know who they
So
are.
you're just telling Murin, or are you telling all of us?
Yeah, that's right. Because we can. I'm just
You
telling
can
Mirren
choose.
at this point because
Okay.
I don't.
Because she knows he speaks beast.
She didn't know that you guys would hear her.
Okay, fair.
So I'm assuming that you
Fair.
can misunderstand me.
I will. I will.
Can you tell the others?
Yeah. Who's who?
I don't know. I can't tell.
And well, and so noticeably, wherever you two are, you would have noticed that the banging stopped.
Yeah, the anvil has ceased.
Are you
I
all
will
done?
duck over.
Are you all done, Murin?
No, Krana says there's somebody coming. There's 3 somebodies coming from the north.
Wait, you can
And for the
understand.
first time in like 6 hours, Eric moves.
How far along is the weapon I'm working on? If I stop, will it be ruined?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. I stop for a moment.
I should
And I-
let me ask first. What weapons or weapon are you working on?
Well,
Arrowheads, swords, shields, what?
I think they would probably prefer to use axes.
Okay.
So I'm working on axe heads for them.
Not really. I mean, as long as you don't cure it, you should
Okay.
still be able to
Well, I
work it.
has the one, I don't have any of their names, but has the one that's been helping me, is he still there?
Maverick.
Maverick, okay. That's an orc name. Maverick.
That's what it translates to.
Okay. The one I don't like. Has he been there the entire time?
Yes.
Has he been seeing what I've been doing?
Yes.
And I asked him if he wants to try.
I work the forges all the time. I just wanted to be of help.
Then how come you looked at me like a deer when the... Oh, okay, there's no headlights.
A deer in lamplight.
in weird light.
Torchlight.
In torchlight.
I wanted to make sure it was okay that I was helping, and then you told me to turn, so I did.
Turn around.
I gotta throw food in the oven for the cats. It's getting late.
Okay, so you know how to make weapons then, or are you just a forge person?
I can mimic what you were doing, yes.
Okay. Give it your best shot. I have to go attend to something.
Do you need us?
I'll let you know. If you hear, ah, then I need your help.
Got it.
When I re-enter the camp, I'm going to land on Vistra.
What's your strength?
12?
Oh yeah, because I'm giant. Never
She-
mind.
This
Wait, are you
huge
seriously
barn
a
Giant
barn?
barn owl.
swoops down and lands on your shoulders.
Yeah.
With as large as this barn owl is, it's straddling.
Oh god.
So I'm a condor.
No,
No,
barn
you're a
owls
barn
are
owl.
literally just that big.
Taya, you know the epic
This
epic rap battles of
isn't
history?
me.
Yeah.
You're the giant eagle size.
This is a medium-sized barn owl.
That's awesome.
Okay, from the table.
Yeah, from the table to here is a medium-sized barn owl.
Sweet. Yeah,
So
just
you're
gonna...
Roll me 1d4, please. Take.
Yep.
Oh Oh, my claws. My talons.
Only 1d4.
Wait,
please.
no.
I am wearing leather armor.
I know you
Does
are.
that-
I haven't
So
actually...
bitch are just standing there.
Yeah. I haven't actually been in bird form before, so I wouldn't know. 2.
2. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm sorry.
It wouldn't it be
Not
piercing?
piercing. Because she's wearing leather.
Oh, okay.
So
Do I need to roll a strength save?
No.
To
With a
get
12
tackled by a bird.
With a 12 strength, granted she does weigh a lot,
I'm silent, by the way, because Barno.
and that's what I'm working off of here. Deathly,
Something's going on upstairs.
deathly silent. No audio whatsoever. All of a sudden there is weight. Like 45 pounds worth of weight on each shoulder type weight.
That's almost like I probably won't be able to walk.
And then crunch as the soft spot right here underneath the clavicles inside. Yeah, you feel a pinch
Oh.
And you look up and Barno.
as there is a giant barn owl holding on to you.
Okay.
You have a sneaking suspicion. You know
Shocking grasp.
you have a sneaking suspicion about what's going on, but you're not 100% certain.
Do thunder wave.
Yeah. When seeing her reaction, still hooting, talking through Boar's net. I'm sorry.
And you hear that.
Get off!
And there is a weight from your shoulders.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna land on nearest tree then.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Vistra.
Yes, you have a very strong suspicion that you are going to be bruised tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, you have just said, I'm sorry to her. Mirren, you've wandered off toward the...
Well, I let, as they asked me what's wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
So I arm myself. I actually claw myself.
Okay.
I pull out my ocarina.
Okay. Alexis, how are you
Yeah.
responding to Mirren saying there is a potential threat coming?
I grab my quarterstaff. I cast Pass Without Trace and I start going towards it.
Using key?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As you start to vanish, one of them had a quarterstaff.
She doesn't vanish.
She passed without trace.
She just becomes as silent as you.
Oh, we
And
can
I-
have some fun stuff.
I get +10 to stealth. I can't be tracked by magical means.
Can you teach me that?
Oh,
Technically, read the spell.
I can't teach it to him, but I can include him in it.
There we go.
Where are you? No, I don't want to hide him because he looks threatening.
I was just helping you answer the question.
Oh, nice. 32.
32 what?
Stealth.
Oh, you're hiding now?
No, I cast Pass Without Trace and stood there.
You can't see me.
You didn't?
Okay, sorry. I said I want to cast Pass Without Trace and head that way. I thought that
And pass without tracing.
Okay, I want to cast Pass Without Trace, then stealth, and then make my way there.
Okay. So yes, she does disappear. Or at least appears to disappear. You said you're grabbing your ocarina. What are you doing other than grabbing your musical instrument?
Following Mirren.
Corona, you are in bird form.
I am
On a
keeping
tree?
I am waiting to see if I can see them coming through the trees.
Okay. As you guys start to make your way toward the north side of the grove, Hailey is already there. You watch as she kind of comes up out of the grass,
So weird.
Cool.
and
We have different definitions of what's going on.
she turns and looks. Stand down. I'm expecting them.
I stay hidden.
I don't take my claw off.
You too, young lady.
I don't not be hidden, but I put my quarterstaff back on my back.
It would behoove you to introduce yourself to them.
I let my wasted pass without trace drop.
And then she turns and looks up at you.
And I'll drop
Land on
Maggie's
me.
form.
Please don't land on me again. Like, if you were a normal little barn owl, that's fine.
Could
I
you
would-
hear me?
I would like to.
Did you understand me?
Yes.
That's new.
You would like to.
I would like
I
to
was talking to
introduce
you.
you as soon as they show up
Who are
to
they?
the actual druids of my grove.
Oh.
Please give them a moment. It should only be a minute. And yeah, about 2 minutes passes, and you watch as the three robed figures approach. One of them carrying a gnarled staff that looks like a quarterstaff. Approaches the edge of the stream that bisects where you guys are standing. And as he sets his staff down, you watch as roots reach out and create a small bridge.
I thought he was going to pull Moses.
He did in the opposite direction. He went up, not
Right.
under.
Over the river and through the woods.
Right.
To Hylia's
They
house
cross-
we go.
They cross over the bridge and stand in front of Hylie, all three of them giving a very deep bow. We have traveled from Pinehurst. We have seen that the forest is healing. Hylie, it is good to see you. He looks up, looks at the five of you. My name is Mikael.
Spell that for me.
Mikael.
Okay, Michael.
I am Mikael. I am.
Almost.
It's a female name.
Not this. No, it's almost identical to how his dad spells.
His
Oh,
name.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, besides Hylie, I am the strongest in this forest.
Really?
Don't.
This
So-
druid circle before it was destroyed by the undead was mine.
What's the name of the circle?
We were Hylie's forests.
Karana is going to give one of the little bows. It is a pleasure to meet other druids. I have not seen another of my
We
ilk for a
are
while.
we are very
You
often
mean good ones.
we are often in our forests as the technology of civilization tends to muffle the voice of nature. But we have pilgrimaged back here. We have seen that the forest is starting to heal again. Pinehurst will begin to thrive yet again. I am glad to see that there is work being done here. And I am glad to see Hylie is returned. We will pick up where Gazmon left off.
Be a little more
Well,
specific,
yeah.
please.
Yeah, can you?
This was Hylie and Gazmon's forest. They sought to protect it. So that is our job, is to continue to protect the forest.
Gotcha.
But not by destroying humanity, right?
Gazmon never wanted to destroy anyone.
Okay.
Then that was totally
We-
Yes.
all Alaria.
Alaria.
We had a rather bastardized version of
Oh,
his.
do not get me wrong. When Hylie vanished, Gazmon was,
Distraught.
to put it lightly, he sought to punish Pinehurst. But his sorrow and his heartbreak consumed him before he could make any headway with them.
Sorry.
So, yes,
You have to travel.
He was very upset with Pinehurst, but he was not to destroy anyone or anything.
Okay, well, it's due to
Well, we know.
Alaria.
Due to Alaria, the wannabe
Priestess of Vecna.
avatar of Vecna is, I think, what she was going for.
Yeah, that was fun.
Is she no longer?
No,
Oh.
she's dead.
She's claimed by Malar.
Oh,
We-
that is good.
We killed her and Malar took her bones.
I consecrated her to Malar.
We are
I watched.
You killed her.
not
You
fond
did a
of
good job.
Malar,
Thank you.
but we understand his machinations, and we appreciate his service.
You might notice I'm the avatar of Malar.
Oh my
You
gosh,
carry
man.
his sign, yes.
I exposed my tail.
He shows off his butt flap.
You're also wearing the claw.
Yes,
So
well,
they
that's
saw
true.
the sign on. We see that you wear his sign. You do not much look like an avatar.
Yet.
Avatar is the wolfy thingy that you described.
Yeah.
I would say
Oh.
more follower.
You actually met the avatar.
Oh, well, I thought they called me the avatar also.
You may be an extension, but you are yet to be an avatar. You do not have.
Avatar is.
You do not appear to have the.
Like on the way to
Power.
godhood.
You do not appear to have the power of an avatar.
Yeah. I'm working on it.
You're Hercules
should-
before he achieved his.
Then I should
deity
hope to
status
keep
back.
in your good favors.
You're still trying to go
Oh,
the distance.
that's what I'm the chosen.
Yes.
That's better.
You're Hercules and you're trying to go the distance.
And
I'm the chosen Malar.
what is it that. And you watch as he kind of looks over all of your shoulders at the gathering of orcs on the far side.
They'll be gone. They'll be gone. They're just here for
What is it they are doing?
recovering. Their clan was tricked by the Alaria Gazman.
Yes, but what are they doing? As you see him point with a very quizzical look on his face.
I think he's trying to make a weapon.
How do you make a weapon with someone else's face?
Oh, they're fighting.
As you turn, you see two men just going to town.
I yell in that direction. Quit it!
They're choosing a leader.
That's tomorrow.
It's now.
You shout. Doesn't seem they heard you at the moment.
Save it for tomorrow.
They don't seem to be listening.
I look at Mirren very amused. Behold your leadership skills. Oh, chosen
I want to roll
one.
intimidation as I
You dick.
turn and yell.
Really?
You want to try to intimidate them.
Yes.
The fighting works. Okay.
How?
Hey! Mirren said stop it!
Okay, go for it. What'd you roll?
13.
I want to try.
They do not appear to be even hearing you.
Nope.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
I had high hopes for them.
Well, the one on the right seems to be the stronger of the two.
Is that
He
Maverick?
doesn't even seem concerned. He's just...
Okay. Is that Maverick that's winning?
No, Maverick is actually still working the forge.
Good. That's
Good boy.
good boy.
And
What about the chef? Is he the one
And they
fighting?
said we were the pets.
no, the chef, actually, you haven't seen much of him.
Okay.
I mean, you did see him every so often.
He's off writing in his journal about.
Right?
That's all right. That
He's
you,
lost-
That was Ryrie that I tried to seduce.
well, he's dead now.
Well,
Everyone you flirt with dies. Let that be a lesson.
Don't flirt with me,
Oh
please.
god.
I already
No,
died once.
What if you had actually succeeded?
he's not dead. He's in another plane of existence. He's not dead.
Hey, Mirren!
I already died once.
All right.
Maybe I'm immune.
Anyway.
Maybe it's double jeopardy.
Anyway.
As Mikhail is kind of staring, he starts walking toward the altercation.
Mhm.
The other two druids kind of saunter behind him. They look more amused than anything
Okay.
else right now. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a bit of a break. We'll see you guys in a half hour or so.
Thank you.
Thank you
See you
very
guys
much
in
for
a minute.
watching. I much appreciate every single one of you. Alright, we're back from an extended break. Aloxis is not feeling the best right now. She'll return as soon as the world stops spinning.
If that happened all of a sudden, we'd all be dead.
This is true. We left off
It'd be a wild ride you'd never remember.
the druids walking toward two of the orcs who have gotten into a bout of fisticuffs. Did not seem to respond well to anybody talking to them, as it appears that their altercation is taking precedence over everything else.
Okay.
Maverick is going away at the anvil, though he does look up every so often to see what's going on with the fight.
Mm-hmm.
There is a bit of a crowd starting to gather to watch the fight.
The two dumb.
A crowd of 8 people.
Yeah.
Well, it's
And the druids and
1911,
the druids and
13,
you guys.
Yeah.
Eric is doing what Eric does. He's lounging there watching the fight.
is he wiping a glass?
No, there's no glasses to wipe. He's polishing his dagger.
His Chris knife.
Krish?
Chris knife. Whatever it is.
It's a Chris. You say Krish.
Chris, K-R-I-S.
Chris.
That's how you say Krish.
Yeah,
Like Krishna.
whatever.
As you guys start to approach the two orcs fighting, Eric looks up. Oh. Well, once tonight's entertainment is over,
This?
I'm going to head off to Telmond.
Why are you going to Talmud?
Just to check on the shop. The Boar's Head hasn't seen me since I took off to Whitebridge.
Question.
Answer.
Are the two boar's heads connected?
I believe the word is franchise.
So, like,
You're really branching out, aren't you?
I'm trying.
if we go to one boar's head, we can't, like, teleport to the other boar's head?
I'm working on that, but it takes about a year.
Because I think I might be able to do that next level.
It takes about a year. You have to cast this spell over and over and over again for a year for it to become permanent. Yes, I had to pay almost 50,000 gold to get it done. Yes, really.
Grapes.
I have 400.
I appreciate the effort.
Oh, I didn't say you could have it.
Speaking of which, I did hear something while you guys were talking to the druids right away. I heard from Zamina.
Okay.
Apparently Perrin knows that sending spell that these duels do.
He's a divination mage wizard.
Oh, well, that's quite helpful.
And he has one of the sending stones.
Oh, so it wasn't the spell. He was just talking to me.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, 'cause it was really cool. I bejeweled his wand.
He will have the prettiest wand in town. Anyhow,
So the ladies say.
apparently,
That was actually pretty good.
apparently there's some obsidian waiting for you in town.
Awesome. You know, that was before I died, so that's great.
If this is something that you can actually make a common thing,
Obsidian?
well, yeah.
Well, I tried to hammer the crap out of it and I couldn't do
Well,
it. So.
yeah, obsidian has some strange properties. It's extremely brittle, but at the same time, it's almost indestructible. It's got the sharpest edges of just about anything I've ever seen. I used to have obsidian darts, but they broke. Dragon's
Well.
hide. Dragon's hide is some tough stuff.
We need obsidian for the dragon fight.
Oh my god, it's Game of Thrones.
No, that's for White Walkers, not for dragons.
Oh, fair enough.
But no, obsidian can fetch a wonderful price.
Go escape dragon class.
Well, I intend to work with it,
Well,
but we kind of got kidnapped from Ironhaven.
that would make it difficult.
That kind of sucks.
That would make it very
That
difficult.
very sucked. I died.
Join the club.
Well, I'm glad you didn't stay that way. You know,
So does that mean it's my turn to die?
if you really
You can arrange it.
I don't say that it's the best experience. It's happened to me. I didn't like it.
When did it happen to you?
In the times between my travels.
Give a more vague answer, why don't you, Eric?
Well, there's a lot in my past that I really don't want creeping up on me, and I'd rather not speak it into being.
How
Werewolves
oddly...
and vampires and bugbears, oh my.
Oh my.
And dragons and...
How very fatalist of you.
Eric, is there any way to make sure that Vecna does not have a hold on me because of this misadventure?
If Vecna...
Be cured!
If Vecna wanted to make a mark on you, you would already know.
Okay.
Vecna is probably one of the few beings that is even more secretive than myself.
Damn, that's impressive.
It is. I'm kind of jealous.
I mean, Vecna's only like, the god of evil secrets.
Lies,
You've done your secret.
death.
You've done your
Deceit.
secret searching. But
I have it written down.
Vecna generally requires you to find information to find Vecna. Vecna generally does not seek out others.
That's a relief.
Yes and no. Hard to find somebody who doesn't put their hand out.
Yes, but I don't particularly wish to belong to the god of lies.
Think
Says
about
the
you.
Omnitter.
That's the different
That's a different game.
character.
But
Wrong
the thing-
campaign.
The thing is, imagine what you can learn.
Don't encourage her.
Vecna.
She collects bugs.
And
Yeah.
Ew.
I can turn them big.
Ew.
Imagine if those bugs were big and she was using them for evil.
Bugs are evil.
Oh yeah.
Why would I use them for evil?
If you were following Vecna.
Why would I follow Vecna? I'm a druid.
Just saying. All knowledge is worth having.
What are you, purple dragon?
Sometimes. I was for a very short time.
What?
I like you.
I had to infiltrate
You
him.
like me.
That's not what I'm talking about.
I had to infiltrate him for a time.
So you became purple dragon?
Yes.
Okay.
Have
That's
safe
how we got
travels.
Dragonborn.
Have safe travels.
I will. And with that, you watch as he starts to gather up his stuff and start wondering. Oh, and by the way, I misspoke. It's going to take about 2 weeks to get back to Telmond.
Lovely. Very well.
How do you get that confused?
I have some trinkets in my possession that make me travel faster.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Eric, before you go, how would one get across the sea?
With a ship.
Yes, but
How
to
quaint.
Randor.
I've never made that trip. I'm not even sure it's possible.
Thank you. With the festivities over, she's going to go sleep.
Oh, they're far from over.
Well, those two have, in their fight, managed to come to a victor. As one of them is now lying on the ground, unconscious and bleeding.
What are you two idiots doing?
He started it. He was trying to tell me that there was no way that I could be the leader of this clan.
Can't you solve this tomorrow when the actual challenge is?
He started it.
When you finished it, looks like.
I did. Which means I am capable of being the leader of this clan.
Well, rest up because you're going to need to prove it tomorrow.
And I will.
Okay.
Hey guys, I just got blessings from the Boar champion!
Ah!
Way to play favorites.
Not gonna say anything.
And Maverick kind of stops what he's doing, looks up at you and tilts his head.
I do them.
Kind of does this with the hammer.
Oh, yeah, okay, I come back. Did he screw it up, or did it look okay, or...
They're not as good as yours.
Can I fix it in post?
You don't need to.
Okay.
They're just not as good as yours.
Okay.
You guys, getting horses might be a good idea. I don't want to have to do all of our travel on foot. It takes forever.
You said to...
You.
Okay.
Whoever is still
As
alive.
everybody's left the table now.
Yeah.
Right?
You're fine, honey. You recover. I'm just picking on Hams because she wanted off.
Nobody makes her bleed her own blood. Nobody.
She might be. But I think I hear the toilet flushing, so...
So, for you, Mirren, I would like for you to roll a Constitution.
That would... A save?
No, just con.
Okay, 23.
23? You can make quite the workhorse when you put your mind to it. Right? Let's see. Yeah, he doesn't quite make it that long. It gets to be the wee hours of the morning, and you have churned out quite a number of axe heads.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else that you would work on?
At this point in time, no. Not until... I can't really improve anything I have here.
Right.
Do you need arrows?
I don't have a bow.
Does the rest of my party need arrows?
If you did, I think you'd only need like half a dozen.
You know, I'm just going on the safe side, and I'll make 10 bolts and arrows.
Okay.
I use darts and javelins for my ranged weapons.
There's no way you can make a javelin.
No, I'm not. Well, I'd use it if I could.
Right.
Do you need arrows?
Do I need
Arrows or bolts?
I
I should probably pick up a bow.
Our resident rogue might.
Okay. Just for the sake of, since it's kind of so disjointed right now, I'm gonna make 10 bows. 10 bows.
Yep.
10 arrows and 10 bolts. Just so I can
So
give
we
them.
will say that you polished off their quivers, and there is a spare quiver.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, I'm
Okay.
making arrows and bolts. Okay.
Yes,
There
I didn't
are
use any
seven.
bolts.
There are 7 very well crafted axes, and 10 well crafted throwing axes.
Sweet.
I admire my work.
You managed to make those ingots go quite the distance. However, as it's going on early morning, you working through the night like
Yep.
you did, you haven't rested yet.
Nope.
The rest of the group, unless there's something that you want to do through the evening, I'm going to say that you guys laid down to rest.
Pass out more like.
Okay. You guys wake up to the receding sound of hammer striking anvil. Looking around, you notice that Mirren is definitely physically flagging.
Mirren,
This
Bed.
This is most definitely that scene that you see where one of your friends is on horseback and is going as they start to slide off the saddle.
Mirren,
Ugh.
it's
Oh.
tomorrow.
go to bed.
Oh, shit.
Go sleep.
Alright. Alright, fine. Go find a patch of dirt to lay in.
Mister, we need horses. I don't want to have to do another 2 weeks of travel on foot. It takes too long.
So
Just summon horses.
Yes, but they only last for so long. I can't keep them for hours at a time.
So we'll stop through Pinehurst. I'm sure they'll have horses.
And they're only a couple hours north of here.
Who's speaking?
One of the druids.
Oh.
Okay.
Who's
Did you
even
guys-
speaking?
Did you guys happen to see a horse in the forest?
Of course. A
Is
horse
there
is
a
a horse,
show
of course, of course.
Oh.
No.
The Loxus was saying something about her horse went missing.
We no sign of a horse.
She was probably devoured by that stupid Vecna woman.
Don't tell her that.
Yeah.
You can't kill what's already dead though.
Oof.
I suppose it could have ran off too. You know, could be positive here.
Yes, it ran off.
Yeah, but what are the choices of that? What are the chances of that?
To the great horsey beyond.
They went to a different farm.
Yeah, it went to the farm.
We put it out to pasture.
Oh gosh.
You're awful.
Are there any new products available at the shop now?
Yeah. These horsehair gloves.
There's some questionable looking jerky.
Oh god. Waste not, whatnot. Okay. So Mirren's gonna rest. I'm assuming that everything is still flourishing and happy.
Mhm.
Perfect.
There
I would
is
like to
currently
collect
no-
some bugs.
There is currently no sign of Hylie.
Okay.
The druids seem to be setting about planting a garden.
Where are you guys going to live?
In the garden.
In the tree or?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's why it was built.
Yeah.
Cool.
The basement's a little.
That's for Gazmon's theory.
Yeah. Okay. Just. Maybe
He nourished the tree, as the cycle of life would ask.
Oh. Cool.
I want to go over to the pit where all the bones were. Are there any left?
No, everything
No.
has been consumed and covered up with greenery.
So there was nothing left of the bones that possibly would have been Gazmon's.
No, everything that was tossed in that pit has been consumed.
Except for what's in the basement.
Right. That's what I was.
No,
I was thinking.
Millar took all that.
So he's missing his head and a bone from his arm.
Maybe you could ask Millar for them back.
Should we?
I mean, if he's brought back by Hylie, I can't see why that would be necessarily bad.
I know I'm tired, but I try to communicate with Millar.
It doesn't seem at the moment that there is any type of response.
Okay, well then I will simply shout it to the ether in my head.
Can we have?
I wish for the return of Gazmon's skull and arm bone that was consumed in the fire.
Back to its proper resting place.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I will pass out promptly, summarily pass out.
All right.
Dear God, please do.
All right. So
Thanks, Kip.
while Mirren is summarily sawing logs,
Okay.
what would you two like to do?
Well, we could always. How far away is Pinehurst again?
About 2 hours.
We could always go to Pinehurst.
It's not like anything will take Mirren out while he's resting, considering there's druids around.
We just finished a great story arc. Let's split the party again.
Yep.
Yup.
I'm gonna
What
walk
could
over.
go wrong?
Right. I'm gonna approach the druids. We're going to make use of our time and go fetch some steeds. Would you mind keeping an eye on our companion?
The power of the grove is starting to grow. I believe everyone here is going to be safe.
Thank you. Let's go.
Okay.
We're off to see
All right.
a horse trader.
As you guys make your way north, you come to the river, which is about 6 feet across, and you watch as the banks steeply drop and realize that this is a fairly deep and quick running river.
Is
Is
there any
the-
sign of that bridge?
Bridge?
Darn it. That's okay. I can fix this.
So can I.
Can we fix it?
Maybe!
No, it's effed.
Wait, no, wait. I can do this other thing.
I want to try that.
What do you want to try?
Hang on. I need to make sure that I'm
Don't
doing
get
this right.
How far is a long jump? Or even just a normal jump?
A normal jump is equal to your strength modifier. A long jump, as long as you get a 10-foot run, is double your strength modifier.
Okay, so with my boots of walking,
There you are.
it says I can jump 3 times normal.
Which would be 3 times your strength modifier.
I can jump 3 feet.
Vistra.
What?
Water walk.
Alright.
And then as soon as I'm done touching you and murmuring my spell, I'm just going to start walking across the lake. Well, not lake, it's a river.
It's a river.
I move across any liquid surface such as water, acid, mud, snow, quicksand, or lava as harmless solid ground. Heat damage still applies. Up to 10 willing creatures you can see gain this.
I'm looking this up because I think I have it wrong.
It's only active for an hour.
Long jump. When you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score.
Holy crap!
If you move 10 feet immediately before the jump. So
Okay, so it wouldn't matter, so I could just jump.
it's your strength score, not modifier.
Dang, I can jump 18 feet.
Yeah. No, 20. I thought, oh, never mind, 18.
I did not, yeah. I assigned charisma so I could be
You
more appropriate.
You jump half of that without. So it would be 9 feet without running first.
Oh, so a regular jump is half your strength.
Strength.
Okay. That's still a crazy long distance.
But
But
you're
that
wearing
makes-
magical boots.
That also makes so much more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if that's the case, before she even has a chance to touch me, I'm running and jumping.
So you just take off like a bat out of hell.
Yeah.
And
Whee!
and how far do you make it?
Huh?
How far is your long jump?
Well, if it's 3 times the
What's
What's your strength score?
Oh, my strength score is 12.
So that means you jump 18 feet.
How far across
So
is
you-
this?
It's only 6 feet.
Okay.
So she goes and you watch as she launches herself. Graceful as a gazelle. However, it's the first time you've ever done this with these boots on.
Oh no.
Follow me in acrobatics.
Could be,
She-
could be worse.
She just keeps gliding into the sky.
12.
Alright,
Could be
somebody put
worse.
the Game Genie in the Nintendo and you just keep going up.
It's boots of striding and boots of striding into the sky.
So yeah, you
That was almost bad.
striders in the sky.
Oh gosh.
You make your way across. You went a bit further than you anticipated,
Yeah.
but you do manage to land, not gracefully, but you land.
Can I at least roll out of it
I'm saying not gracefully,
Oh.
but you do land.
Okay.
You start muttering this spell and go, never
And
mind.
she's, and she's gone.
I'm gonna finish my spell, sigh, and go, Vistra.
As you watch her stride across the water.
My way was more fun.
My way's safer.
And as you're saying this, you realize that's not quite true. As
I like
yes,
Peter.
you can walk across the water as though it was solid surface, but this is a rapidly moving river. You're walking across an escalator.
Sweet.
As you go and wind up about 4 feet to the west of where you
That's
were
fine.
heading. It
Useful.
worked. But yeah.
Cool. Alright.
You should just stand on the river and let it take you. Whee!
For an hour.
Right.
So you guys are across the river. You make your way through.
I'm not.
No, you're sleeping. You guys make your way across the river. You're going through
Wow,
the
I'm
woods,
really
and it feels different than even the first time you woke up in the woods. It's a lot,
Excuse me,
a lot
sorry.
calmer, and it feels more alive. You see the different critters, you hear the different birds, you hear the insects chipping away. It's everything that you would expect, everything that you remember from being around Talmont. And there's even the couple of times where you feel the hair on the back of your neck tingle as you realize there is some predator lurking nearby.
Sweet.
Eat her first.
I don't have to be fast, just faster than you.
Right.
And with these boots, I guarantee you. All right.
These boots are meant for living.
And 2 hours pass as you enjoy a very
It's a
nice
stroll.
stroll through nature. You realize that there are some game trails that you can follow.
Cool.
There's even a few moments where you notice a couple of marks on the trees.
I would like to inspect.
Oh, you don't have to. You recognize them immediately as marks that druids leave.
Haha.
Druids can't.
I
Speaking
would
of-
like to read them.
Speaking of camp, where's Navara?
She's in camp with you guys right now. She's helping with whatever she possibly can.
Getting into mischief.
She spent the entire evening trying to sneak up on Eric and never making it happen. Eric's a jerk.
Kiara.
Hmm?
Kiara.
Yeah. But yeah, she spent most of the evening trying to hone her skills against Eric. What?
Just against Eric, I mean, that's what.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, about 2.5 hours actually pass before you guys break through the forest. And you find yourselves on the outskirts of this forest, not too far away from a road.
Okay.
As you look around, you realize that the city of Pinehurst must be the one to your left, quarter mile. You just came out a little bit off kilter. To your right, however, you see a bunch of foothills starting to rise. Heading toward Talmont, you see a bunch of foothills starting to rise. And just behind the foothills, you see some jagged peaks way off in the distance.
I wonder if that's where the dragon is.
Very possibly. Let's go into
That would be east. The dragon is toward the god shelf.
Okay, but Cragged Peaks. Maybe the dragon's in a different spot.
Okay, fine.
How much money do you have?
Enough.
Now there's a question.
Enough.
Okay.
As you guys make your way, you find yourself approaching.
Walking fast.
Faces past.
And hold on.
You find yourselves approaching a large wall made of very thick wooden posts. These posts, you're guessing as you approach, are easily between 6 and 8 feet in diameter.
Jeez.
And they stand
On two legs.
roughly 25, 30 feet in height,
There's some big trees that were
coming
in there.
to points, making the perimeter wall around Pinehurst. And you recognize the trees as similar to what's in the forest. You're also able to
Some
witness,
big sequoias.
more or less, you're also able to witness that there is a large number of lumberjacks at work, and they seem to be working with extreme gusto. There actually seems to be a palpable excitement in the air. Something else that you can watch, especially after seeing what you just did, a lot of the barren area that looks like it's filled with stumps is starting to show shoots growing.
They're being responsible.
Not quite.
If it's regrowing, they're trying to
It's
be.
because it's because the dryad is
Oh.
back. So they're excited because they know the dryad's back.
Maybe.
And there is, even from this distance, it sounds tiny from this distance, but you've dealt with lumber mills before, you realize how big those facilities are. You can hear sawing. And it sounds very quiet from where you are. But it sounds almost feverish.
Okay.
There's large wooden gates that you approach from this road that you can see they're only about halfway open, and it looks like traffic is being diverted as there are a couple of guards standing out there watching people enter the town.
Okay.
There's a small crowd, but it looks, from the way that the crowd is acting, it looks like this is business as usual. There is the heavy smell of sawdust in the air, no matter where you go. Yeah, more or less. But it's interesting to see that everything here is made from the wood of this forest. Even the towers that you see that crest the top of the wall is made out of the same wood.
Okay. Walking up to the gate.
As you do,
Wait my turn.
as you do, the guards really don't seem to be paying very close attention. As you guys walk through, they kind of mill about.
Okay.
As you get inside,
Good
you
guards.
realize that Pinehurst is huge. It kind of gives a strange, it seems bigger on the inside impression because of the walls. But as you go in, you realize that this is a thriving business town. There's, immediately as you walk in, there's a square where you see multiple wagons have pulled to the side and are being hitched up, unloaded, with carts and cart boys running from these wagons, carrying whatever wares are coming off of it. And you see cloth, you see spice, you see meat, fruit, the various things that go into running a city. And on the far side of the square, you see it is the road that goes directly in front of you is flanked by two inns. To either side of the square, you see that there are two large buildings, and each of them just two double doors. Walks up onto a patio, and you see a line of merchants standing there. And you have a suspicion that that's where everybody goes to fill out documentation for trade. And this is where you guys are, listening to the thriving bustle of this trade square.
Well, if they can manage to actually sustainably deal with the forest, they might actually not have much problem in the future. But we'll see. I'm gonna attempt to find what looks like a local
Okay.
and approach to ask
You
a
look like a
question.
local.
Pretty much.
You look like a tree.
Like I said, you see a number of people around wagons.
Does it look like there's an information booth?
Yes,
Matter of
there's a
fact,
wizened
there's-
old lady sitting just at a desk in the center of the square.
There's a big monitor. Welcome.
Pretty much.
Visitor information.
Yes.
No, there is no information desk.
Okay.
There's no brochures or kiosk.
You see a small statue of Farquaad holding.
Oh God, no.
So what you see is a giant thing that says information on it, and you see a map, and it says you are here.
I'm gonna find a local citizen and just be like, where do we buy horses?
Hello, citizen. Show me the horses.
You buy horses from the farrier.
Directions, please.
Just head on into town.
It's not what farriers do.
That's the wrong word.
Farriers are ones that care for horses.
Your local
And
horse.
from way off in the distance, we hear.
Over
"Go
Boar's net.
through them."
Over Boar's net. She over Boar's net.
What's the word I'm looking for then? Oh well.
Stable master?
Stables. Yeah.
Yeah, stables.
Just head into town. It's the only place that doesn't smell like sawdust.
It smells like horses instead.
Great. Thank you.
Horse
I
and
don't keep walking.
sawdust.
Gonna make my way through.
I'm following after her, keeping an eye on her because she's making some very Gasmonish comments.
And I'm sawing.
Some Gasmonish
I
comments.
am not.
I'm sawing
Well,
logs.
if they can
You are
deal
sawing
with
logs.
this sustainably.
Well, yeah. I'm a druid.
Um.
I'm a literal tree hugger.
Okay,
Or
yes,
grower.
but
Anyway.
the wood is being used.
All right. So as you guys wander around into town, you realize that this first area, going down probably about 4 or 5 city blocks, is specifically set up to cater to the tradesfolk. There are different shops set up to help with the wagons, and there's you pass 4 taverns. Well, you pass 2 taverns and 4 bars,
And maybe a church.
and maybe a church. There is no post office yet.
You see a church and then you see a saloon right next to it.
And as you pass by some of them, you realize that there is gambling going on in some of them. You are fairly certain that at least one of them might be cousin to the House of Silk.
Okay.
Oh, the House of Wood.
They only serve one kind of person here.
Oh lordy.
It's perfect for you guys.
But
Don't look at me that way.
as you start to pass through, there's another main road that runs perpendicular to the one you're walking on. And as you get to this intersection, you watch as there's a lot more traffic here. The road that you've been following has a bunch of people
Sorry.
milling about, carrying merchandise. As soon as it hits the middle, as soon as it hits this thoroughfare, you realize that this is just regular city traffic. And you're not sure which way to go from here.
So we're out of the farmer's market.
You are out of the the traders district.
Trader Joe's.
All your crabs are free.
Oh gosh.
I caught it this way.
Wrong kind of crabs.
Do I see any road apples?
Yes.
Any thicker than, like, is there more of an accumulation to indicate more horses going through an area?
She's looking at density of horsemen.
Yes, I am.
You got
No,
your
as a
yardstick
matter
on you?
of fact, it appears that they tend to keep the streets relatively clean.
Okay.
There is indication of road apples because there are horses. You see quite a number of horses moving about, carrying wagons and coaches and whatnot. But
Hey, you! I want your horse.
but it does seem that there is a great deal of care taken to make sure that the streets are relatively clean.
Are there more, like, are there still shops, or?
Yeah, but these shops tend to focus more on general goods. You see shops that deal with household furniture. You see shops that deal with selling meats, fruits, basic household equipment such as your utensils and cookware.
I'm just gonna keep walking at this point.
Left or right?
We have to choose.
You're at an intersection.
Oh, can I go straight?
No, there's a store right in front of you.
Right.
Okay.
Actually, no, left, because Patrick would choose right.
Right is always right.
So left.
I'm sleeping in the story.
So you guys head on down the road, and it starts to open up more. It's not as dense with buildings as you continue down. You've gone about a quarter mile, and you start to see alleyways open up. You start to see what feels like a more natural population. People that actually live in Pinehurst and work in Pinehurst. As you do this, you start to see that you're starting to enter a bit of a residential area and mom and pop shops area.
I want to pop into one of those mom and pop shops.
Okay.
Pop shops.
You go in and it is your classic place. They've got the basic comfort foods sitting on the shelves.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a few of the basic utensils that you need: spoons, forks, bowls, cooking wares. It's like a little tiny convenience store.
Cool.
And you see sitting behind the counter, there's an older gentleman who's talking to a young man. And as you walk in, they both kind of look up.
I'm gonna browse the selection of comfort foods.
Okay.
Is there any like personal like travel pies?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna get one of those.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go pay for it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna ask for directions to the stables.
It's gonna be 6 copper.
Okay.
And you said local stables. What do you need horses for?
My friends and I are traveling, and we have a rather long journey, and we don't really want to walk the
You don't
entire
need none of them there workhorses. You just need something to ride.
Yes.
All right. Well, we got the double spur. If you head on down to the east side of town, they tend to have a lot of good horses down there. I kind of know the sister of the guy who owns it. We dated a while back ago. There's actually... No, actually it wasn't that good. She was kind of crazy.
I am listening like intently. Like it's the most interesting thing I've heard all day.
But yeah, she may be crazy, but her cousin, he's the one that actually runs the joint. He's a pretty stand-up guy. Him and I go drinking every so often. Ask him to play poker. He ain't got a face.
Gotcha.
But yeah, go talk to him. Tell him Otis sent you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave.
Parents
I'm
gonna
gonna be.
break up a chunk of
Right.
pie.
No, you are not. She
I-
goes to reach for my pie, and I'm smacking her.
I need you guys both to roll a perception real quick.
Oh.
Okay.
Perception.
21.
19.
Oh, you both heard it.
Oh.
Did you see the rack on that one?
Which one?
You can't quite tell.
And which rack? This or this?
You can't tell.
We're not quite sure. Anyways, you gonna try to reach for my.
Mm-hmm.
What is
Sleight of hand from you and perception from you. Well, first tell me what your passive is.
my passive is 15.
Sleight of hand from me is 17.
Okay. And what'd you roll?
What did I roll for perception? 22.
Okay. You almost get the meat pie away.
I'm not taking the whole thing. I just want a chunk.
You almost get it away. But as you actually manage to get it off her person, you feel a shift in weight. You're like,
And do I got it though?
for like a brief half second, depends on how she responds.
My meat pie. Jerome.
Don't get between Bishra and her meat.
Exactly. I'm a bard, remember?
Alright, we're heading to the double spur then.
Okay. And you're eating your meat pie on the way?
Yes, I am.
All
You
right.
will share with me.
This is not the meat pie you were looking for.
And you guys, wandering to the east side of town, you travel through, it's mostly residential on this side, at least where you guys are wandering through, but it's very easy to see every so often as you look down the road that the entire south side of Pinehurst is one gigantic lumber mill. You figure that, judging by the size of everything here, there's got to be at least 1.5 miles long strip on the south side of Pinehurst that is dedicated to lumber.
No wonder the whole place smells like sawdust.
And it does too. As a matter of fact, you realize that you guys have only been here for a little while, but there's already sawdust collecting on yourselves.
I need
I'm going
to
to
learn
get
that
lung cancer.
I need to learn that prestidigitation spell.
Right?
I mean, it's not enough. It's not enough to make you uncomfortable, but you definitely see that everywhere you look, there's a fine layer of sawdust on just about everything.
Jeez.
It's like when you do any type of sheetrock work,
Mm-hmm.
and you're
everywhere.
Do that again.
So, after being in town for about an hour, you guys finally make your way to the double spur. Not without having a number of people giving you guys sideways looks.
Oh, because dwarf and
Tiefling and dwarf wandering side by side. Most of them are agog at you.
Yeah, she's used to it by this point.
Many of them are looking at you with a curiosity more than anything else. Because you're a dwarf that came out of the woods that's looking for horses.
Then I'm also keeping up with her.
And you're following that strange thing. You have a lot of people looking at you really confused. Many of them are a cross between tepid curiosity and
Fear.
one step shy of fear.
Yeah. I'm walking. Unless somebody gets in my way and stops me, I'm just walking.
Nobody seems to be getting in your way.
I'll just headbutt him.
But you guys are now standing in front of a decent sized ranch.
Cool.
Inside the walls,
Dang.
Jiminy Christmas.
and as you look up, you count that there's probably 20 head.
Wow. Okay.
Nice.
Go through
go
the
in.
gate.
Well, go in.
If there is a
You
gate.
go through the. As you guys walk up, you're standing in front of the fence to the pasture, and you can see 20 head.
Okay.
Oh,
Off to your left is where you see what looks to be a big old ranch house.
okay.
I'm gonna go to the ranch house then.
You guys make your way up there, and it's a decent sized ranch house. You figure it's gotta house at least 6 or 8 people. Nice sized barn attached, and not too far away from that, you can see that there's people in the barn working. You can see when you were looking out to pasture, you saw at least 2 kids out there doing something. And as you approach the ranch house proper, you see that there's a lady sitting out front darning some clothing.
Cool. I'm gonna assume it's roughly mid-morning, almost afternoon then.
Yeah, it's 2 hours from there. It's definitely past breakfast.
Okay.
That's why
So
I had
you're
my meat
figuring-
pie.
You're figuring probably about 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay,
9
go
o'clock
back
in
there
the
for
morning.
some apple pie next.
Good morning.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking to purchase some horses.
I ain't the one you want to talk to. You want to talk to my old man. He's out back in the barn.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Gonna head to the barn.
My question is, what comes through Pinehurst that I'm not the weirdest thing? Like beyond just getting a couple of stairs.
I'm not saying a couple. That is the common response that you're getting as you're walking through Pinehurst. Like the 150 people that saw you walk through Pinehurst are all somewhere between and
Oh goodness. Maybe I should charge admission.
Should.
Hmm.
Step on up to Vistra's Sideshow Freaks.
Right? We have Wolf-Face McGee.
To see the terrifying man eating chicken.
Oh god.
And the bush that eats chickens.
Right?
this man is eating chicken.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for catching that.
Gosh. Going into the barn.
As you walk into the barn, you see that there's about 4 different hands working stalls. Most of them are currying. You see 2 of them walking a couple of larger horses out on leads. One of them heading to the heading away from you guys, to where as you look, you can see that there's a ring as he's taking the lead rope down that direction. The other one walks toward you, looks up, pauses, and it seems the horse knows what's going on just as well as him, as the horse keeps walking and he starts walking out into the out the side door of the barn with his animal. And then you hear a chuckle as, ladies, I need you two to do me a favor and come with me outside the barn. I think you're going to cause some trouble from the people that work for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't mean to cause any
No,
trouble.
it's not your fault as much as it is for you being who you are.
Oh.
And he starts, as you watch, this man, who looks to be more human than elf, but definitely half elf, starts walking his way out.
Have I seen any other dwarves
Not here, no.
in this? Well,
Not in Pinehurst.
okay.
The half elf, he stands 5'9", 5'10",
Wow.
which is relatively tall for
Yeah.
almost any half elf you've ever met. He's got auburn hair.
Auburn.
Yep, auburn hair, which is relatively shortcut, and completely clean face, as it is with elves. They, for some reason, just don't grow facial hair, much to your chagrin. He's wearing rough material for his breeches, something that you guys haven't seen. He's wearing a white shirt, and the rough material breeches that he's wearing comes up about here, and then straps run across his back.
So he's
and
what,
back,
wearing overalls?
and all the way down to the waistline in the back. And he's got some funky looking boots on that narrow off to a point.
They're made for stepping.
And
Probably
you
still
notice
lower.
that on the bibs, overalls that he's wearing, you see the emblem of 2 spurs, and
Double
emblazoned on the boots that he's wearing, you see the emblem of the 2 spurs. He himself, however, is not wearing spurs.
Single or double.
Good morning.
That it is.
We're looking to purchase a few horses.
A few horses?
3.
Well, or maybe 2 horses and a pony.
Fair point. You may not.
I got some smaller horses that you could ride.
Okay.
Don't need a pony.
I just have
Why are
We
they
have-
southern?
Right?
I just have a hard time, you know.
We have a party of 4, but
5.
one of 5.
5.
1, 2, 3, 5. Thank you. We have a party of 5, but one of them is going to require a bit sturdier of a steed.
Just talk about me.
Okay. So you need 2 horses and a pony, 3 horses, 5 horses. What are we talking about here?
Actually, 3 horses would be fine if one of them, like you said, was a little bit smaller.
So you intend on doubling up?
Most likely, yes.
Potentially, yes. Oh, and Otis sent us.
Otis. Bastard owes me more money than I can count. That's why he's sending you here.
I'm gonna charge you more now.
Probably.
Um,
Oh well.
what do you need the horses for?
Travel. Long distance.
Glue.
You want to be a little bit more specific than
We're
that?
gonna be traveling to Telmond and then possibly to Whitebridge after that.
You intend on spending most of your time on a road, or do you intend on, I mean, I'm not too, I really don't mind where you're headed. I'm wondering how you're headed to where you're going.
It'll probably be mostly by the road.
Probably sometimes in broad terms.
Mm-hmm. Unless we
Probably black.
unless some other misfortune befalls us and we have to run off into the woods. Well, let's hope not.
What is it you mean misfortune?
Well, we just don't
We just killed an
Can
undead
I-
priestess
right?
who desecrated an entire forest.
Silence.
Corona isn't good with people.
So then shut up and let me do the
You
talking.
have a 14 charisma. You're decent with people.
What is it you mean trouble?
We were recently in the forest.
Okay, being in the forest is not necessarily mean
She
trouble.
she means, you know, the typical run-in with bandits or wildlife. Like there was this one time with a bear. That was almost bad.
So what you mean to tell me is you guys have some pretty nasty luck when you go out in the woods?
Yeah.
Alright.
Could say that.
So you need some horses that ain't gonna be too skittish either.
Right.
Alright. Well, I need y'all to make me a guarantee. Or at least as close to a guarantee as you can.
So they're not that.
Okay.
I am not about to sell any of my horses to folks that is purposely gonna go out and get them killed.
No,
We're going to
that's-
try and avoid that at all costs. Trust me.
We will try to avoid this.
And if you guys end up being, by the sounds of it, the adventuring type, I'm going to say you are going to need a horse for each of y'all.
Oh yeah, you're probably right.
I do it for a living, man.
Well, how much was you expecting to spend?
3, 4 gold?
No.
I believe the last time.
Don't be looking in the book. Don't be looking in the
Fine.
book.
I believe the last time we had to purchase horses, they were between 30 and 35 gold apiece.
Killed. We're from the Boar's Head. You hear over Boar's Net?
Well, that's an extremely cheap price, which is making me think that somebody owed you a favor.
Well, it could have also been that we are a part of a guild.
Hmm?
We're part of a guild called the Boar's Head.
I'm not familiar with that name.
It is a decently new guild, but we have won a guild battle.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just one?
We were going- Yeah.
I'll say we were going to have our
There's a
second
kidnap.
one, but then we got
What? Shush. We're not there.
Yes, actually, that's part of the reason we need horses for traveling instead of just walking is because we have a second guild challenge we're going to be going to.
Who is it you're going to be against?
The
Ironhaven.
Ironhaven Guild.
What the hell are you doing down here in Pinehurst if you got to be halfway, all the way across the country?
Well, we were visiting the Forest of the Dryad.
The Dryad don't live there no more.
She's back.
Since when?
Yesterday.
How did that happen?
I performed a ritual and helped infuse the
Wait,
forest.
you brought back the Dryad?
Yes.
See, they're going to be really good or really bad.
I'll be damned.
Well, you can have these whole for free.
No.
Shut up,
Um,
Patrick.
The forest seems
Leo?
to be recovering fairly nicely.
I tell you what, I will agree to that price for only one reason. If you truly did bring back Hailey, that means this city's going to see a lot more business, and I'm going to be able to make hand over fist money.
I hope that you are not wrong.
I know I'm not wrong. When the forest was flourishing before, I'd have people coming in looking at my horses every day. That means I can actually start breeding again. You just made me a happy man. Y'all want 5 horses,
Yep.
and we need to get you a smaller one so that you can ride it. And you want to make sure that they're trained so that they don't get all skittish when you guys decide to go and get in trouble.
Well, we don't decide to get in trouble.
We like to stay away from it, in all honesty.
So what I'm thinking is we're going to do 35 ahead.
Okay.
What about for the rest of them?
You're not there.
Right.
35 ahead.
And we will need tack as well.
Oh,
Yes,
you need
obviously.
that too? Alright, that's going to be another 3 gold
Hmm.
each.
All right.
So 15 plus 35 times.
Don't look at me.
Nope, I got this. Shush.
I have it already.
I already
Shush.
did too.
Shush. I have this. Leave me alone.
I got it.
Shush.
Yeah, I'm just
I'm not even alive and I got it.
Shush.
We do some counting in this country.
Shut up.
I even use my fingers.
And my toes and my
Shut up.
I made it for the
That
end.
35 times 5. Do you know how long it's been since I've mathed?
115.
Oh my god. Okay, just do this. 3 times 5.
It's 15.
I'm shutting up. I'm letting you do it.
There's an easier way than that. 35 times 2.
What
35 times 2
is 70?
times 2
140.
plus 35.
175.
Thank you.
Okay, that's
Plus-
what I thought, but then
plus
Taya said
50.
100.
Plus 15.
So 190. That's what I thought, but then Taya said 115 and my brain went, wait, what?
Alright,
Just, no.
so yes, 190 gold.
Okay.
We can split the cost evenly. It'll be a little easier on both of our purses.
I'll even be kind enough to hand you a couple of leads so that you can take them to wherever the rest of your friends are.
You should,
No.
should give them a little bit of break-in money because they feel bad for them counting.
I'm a druid, not a mathematician.
So 190 gold.
Shoot,
seems
how many
you don't have
rabbits
to
are
do
there?
that.
1, 2. Now hold still, you two. Like, did that just happen?
Yeah.
Now there's 6.
3, 4, 12,
Now there's
20.
9.
600.
Okay, so it's 95 gold apiece.
Okay.
And I named this one Hassenpfeffer.
What's 210 minus 95?
Oh god.
What's 200? What's 210 minus 100?
110.
Minus 5.
105.
There you go.
There you go.
No.
It's actually plus.
Plus 10.
Shut up.
So
So 115.
Yes.
So what we're coming down with is none of them are tutoring our kids.
Okay.
Okay.
I can.
That would. When you're sleep deprived
Okay.
or tired.
Can we go see the horses?
Oh, now I have 9 too.
All right.
9, 9, 2.
11?
All right.
No, it's
So
Final
as you
Fantasy.
guys,
10, 10, 2.
I'll have you guys finish up with the wife. She'll take the money.
And run.
You guys just wait out front. I'll bring the horses to you.
Perfect.
Oh,
It was nice to meet you.
Y'all about to get swindled.
Shut up!
He seemed nice. He had a
Right.
southern accent. Southern accent people don't swindle people.
Few minutes later, you watch as 3 men come walking towards you from the pasture. You see that there's an Appaloosa. You see that there's 2 Arabians.
Ooh.
There's a quarter horse. And you mentioned that you needed a bigger animal.
Mm-hmm.
And the last man is bringing both a percheron
Holy.
Dibs.
Well,
and,
that's the one for you.
Well, dibs.
I call
And
the
a-
Appaloosa.
and a fairly large, what looks like a mixed breed horse that's a little bit bigger than the Arabians, but not as big as the percheron.
It's
An
a horse horse.
Arabianon.
Right.
Oh god, centaurs. They're half orc, half horse.
Cool, let's get started.
As the last man walks around the corner. So, which one of these 2 are you guys taking home?
Ooh.
You're the animal person, not me.
I mean, you said you needed a bigger one, but I mean, we got a bit of a choice here for you. I'm not sure exactly how big you want.
Something sturdy enough to
Which one
carry
of
a
these
horse.
2? They're sturdy, they're big.
Say half orc.
Yeah, half orc carrying capacity.
They not just. You paid for them. You choose.
I'm a
I wish
look
I was
at the
there.
two. Look at the 2 of them. What does the mixed breed seem to be?
Something between a percheron and Arabian.
Okay,
Arabianon.
let's do that one then, because that way it's not as obviously.
A mixed breed for a mixed breed?
So,
Yeah.
a quarter horse is actually bigger than a Appaloosa.
Is it really? I
Yeah,
thought it was
They're
Yeah.
like
smaller.
16 hands high. 15 to 16 hands.
Oh.
And Appaloosa
You measure
is
horse in
14
hands?
to 15.
I had it reversed.
So I get the Appaloosa. Uh-huh.
I already called.
It's the smallest horse
You
there.
can't even decide what horse to get.
It's the smallest horse there.
Oh my goodness.
We'll take the mixed breed.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hands the lead off. Turns the percher
Not
on.
there.
Back around. And you guys are now the proud owner of 5 new horses.
Sweet.
Woo!
Ford Fusion.
Right.
That's
Tack piles. Are they already saddled up?
His wife went and grabbed them while you were waiting for the horses.
Okay.
So saddle blankets, saddles, bridles, lead rope for each of them,
Perfect.
stirrups,
I think
Stirrups?
I sat up too fast.
stirrups.
Stirrups. Looks like syrup.
Okay. I'm going to take the time to introduce myself to each horse. Love on it.
Each and every single one of them seems to respond
To love.
well.
Perfect. And then
Who's your good horsey?
Right.
Who's the prettiest horsey here?
What the hell?
then I would like to mount one of the Arabians after attaching lead ropes to
Yep.
various saddles.
Yep.
What color is it?
Purple.
Have fun. These are your horses.
Alright, Oz.
Taylor's like,
See, a deep red roan.
There you go.
a deep red what?
Roan.
Oh.
R-O-A-N.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Gonna
Horse people.
thank the horse hands. Gonna wait and see if you can get up on your Appaloosa.
With your boots, you shouldn't have a problem.
They're not boots of horse mounting. They're boots of striding.
But if she can jump, she can mount a horse. I mean...
Or just suddenly
What man can't jump?
jump on a horse and scare the shit out of it.
So Do I need to roll anything to attempt to mount this horse?
It's awkward,
You got that right.
but you do manage to get on top of the saddle. With everybody there, you can hear at least 2 people.
I heard that.
Uh-huh. It was funny to watch, but you got there.
So suddenly we've arrived in Texas.
Right.
Well, we are down south.
In
Pinehurst was north.
the
of where
South
we were.
Forest.
Pinehurst is in the south of the continent, though.
Well, it can't. Never.
So, now that you
It
guys
works in
have
Loromir.
now that you guys have your horses,
With names.
Gonna go.
not yet.
Not yet.
None of y'all have said
Better
anything
get
about
to name
naming
mine.
yours.
I'm gonna name my
spirit.
horse.
Of
He's
course
not
it
an
is.
Appaloosa. He's not an Appaloosa though. He's a Mustang.
It's Spirit now.
You could have been You could have been English. Wow.
Common.
Right. Common.
Okay,
I'm going to think of a name as I ride. I would like to get some horse feed before we leave town, and then head back into the
That's
forest.
going to cost you a couple of silver.
Are
How
the
much
orcs
do I get?
fighting yet?
No, not yet. It's still, at this point in time, it's about 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, I'm gonna check on Mirren.
So-
He's dead to the world.
All right, I'm gonna tuck a pillow under his head, toss a blanket over him.
Okay. You realize that his head weighs about as much as an anvil.
Good thing I'm strong.
Remind
We're
me.
heading back to the forest.
Final losses.
And now I have to remember.
Is my horse is the Appaloosa a
not
mare,
that kinda- Like her.
It's
Gelding?
it's,
Wait, what?
Gelding.
a gelding? Okay.
All of them are geldings.
Oh boy, here we go.
Just so you guys can hear that again, they're all geldings.
Okay, I'm not a horse person. I don't know what that means.
That means they don't have balls.
Oh!
They're males without their
Bits.
Hearts.
That means you don't have to worry about them trying to mount any of the lady horses you run across.
A lady, you also
Kind of a-
lady folk.
Let's start on them
That's
centaurs.
their problem.
Let's start on them their centaurs.
Let's get
Oh
started.
no, thank you.
So,
No, thank you.
Half orc, half wolf, half human, half horse.
Oh God.
Vampire pig. There, I made a reference for you. You proud?
Stop it.
No.
so you guys make your way. Are you headed straight back home then?
Yes.
Home.
Back to the forest.
Grove
This is
thingy.
your current
Do
home.
you guys remember?
The-
Maybe you would have read it as a child. This old book that was written about a famous Arabian horse.
Are you talking about
Hidalgo?
not Hidalgo? His caretaker was Arab.
Yes, and then
And
came
the-
across
the Black Stallion?
No,
That was the Black Stallion.
no, it's one about a set of Arabian horses that was sent as a present across the ocean from a sultan, and one of the Arabian horses became famous for racing because
Man
he
alive.
had a
Not
bad luck mark
Seabiscuit.
on his chest.
No.
Oh
Sea
gosh,
biscuit.
I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
It's a
I can't
racehorse.
remember his name. And it's driving me nuts.
Well, you continue with that.
Right now is not the best time
As
to
you
ask me,
guys
but I do
make
know what
your
you're
way-
talking about.
As you guys make your way out of town, I need Corona, roll me a dexterity.
Well, shit.
Save.
Save
Save.
16.
Save.
There is a brief moment where there is a tingle that runs up your spine, and you turn as you feel something hinky is about to happen,
Detect hinkiness.
and there is a small rock that flies by you,
Yeah.
and you see 3 little kids.
Oh.
None of them could be more than 12.
Beat them.
As
Wow.
one of them is looking at you. You don't belong here. You're too strange to be here. I had a dream about you and you need to go away.
And beat them.
I'm just gonna raise my eyebrow at him.
And you hear the other 2 boys. Yeah.
You hear Aloxis in your head. Beat them, little buggers.
No, she's just gonna kind of Smile a little bit.
Take your
Doc-
riding crop.
Dr.
and
Evil.
You're not there.
They need to be beat.
Dr. Evil.
Smile a little bit. And kind of, you look just as strange to me as I look to you. Think about what appearances can mean.
As another rock goes winging by you.
It's gonna hurt the horses.
Divine Smite.
Right?
Please.
Ooh.
Oh!
Shush. Gabrielle.
I can't help it. I get excited.
I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion
Okay.
on Karana's face.
Oh, come on now. I'm not trying to.
To make her look even scarier.
Really?
Like
Not really
make
necessary.
her eyes glow red and like make her look like she has really, really sharp teeth.
Really?
Yes.
What is the?
I'm not.
What is your spell save DC?
Strahd filter.
15. Yes, I'm putting a Strahd filter on Karana.
Yes, King of the Wind.
Oh, thank you.
As you do
Sham.
that, two of the boys start to run. One of the boys looks more confused than anything else. But seeing his two friends run,
He's taken off too.
he catches up to them.
I thought you were gonna command person with your bardic stuff.
Then we're bordering
Karana's just
evil
gonna
territory.
sigh. Kind of glance over at Vistra, because there's.
I'm sure I'm evil at heart.
You are.
Yeah. Am I able to see
Nope.
I
the
could've made one
solution
of
in front of my
levitate.
face?
Nope.
Okay, just gonna sigh, kind of glance at Vistra.
You don't know exactly what happened.
I know. Just children these days. No one teaches them any respect.
No, they
respect
don't.
that, Tanya.
I'm
Nope.
I'm just gonna keep riding.
Give it 2,000
Mistress
years.
pretending like she didn't do anything.
The fact that you cast a spell is evident.
Oh,
As I said, that was good. As I've said, when you cast a spell, the
I don't
words
know what I
that
expected
you
to
use
happen.
sound different. There is a
Very tired.
tone
Mm-hmm.
that starts to emit. Plus, there's the finger movements that went with it too. But two of the kids just freaked out. You guys make it through the rest of town without any
Kids.
problem. You guys take the horses and make your way through the forest just fine.
Take the horses and run.
It is now going on about 11 o'clock. And you guys are at the river.
Really?
That's another 2 hours of travel to get back.
Did they go down to the river to pray?
Wow.
one moment.
Wait, can I see the druids from over here?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
As you do that, everybody looks up.
Can we get a bridge?
She should be able to do it.
Oh yes, bridge spell.
Can Entangle technically work like that? Because I feel like that would be really rough terrain.
It is.
Okay.
Just remember back to the first thing that you ever learned.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Druidcraft doesn't work like that though.
Have you tried?
Oh, no. Okay. I'm gonna try and cast Druidcraft to make a bridge.
Surprisingly.
As you do this, you cast the spell, and your initial inclination is correct. You really can't do something as grandiose as build a bridge using something as simple as Druidcraft. However, as you do this, you feel the power of this Druid scroll
Okay.
seep through you and amplifies your spell
That's
as you
weird.
create a walk path over the river.
Sweet.
Ooh.
Cross the bridge.
Yep, gonna pull the horses
Get
over.
halfway through. Bridge collapse.
Right.
No, and and you recognize it. It's because you're in the grove that it's augmenting what you did. But yeah, you crossed the bridge just fine. It's been 6 hours since you guys have been gone. Mirren, you are waking from your slumber.
Well,
Eric is long gone. You guys watched him pack up and leave. Devara is doing some menial tasks around helping Hailey when she asks, helping the orcs when they ask. Otherwise, she's milling about and practicing.
When I see Aloxus, I'm going to point to the other Arabian, which I am now dubbing gray in color. I got this one for you.
Look, your favorite color scheme.
Matches your aesthetic.
It's your aesthetic.
She wanted to name her horse.
No, like the color of the horse is gray.
She's calling the horse's color. If it's a dark gray, I'll take it.
You don't have to take that one.
You were excited, I'll take it.
No, it's okay.
Aloxus isn't as picky with her horses as 9.
They still both like horses.
Horses are better than people.
So is you're like actually out and about, or is he
It's up to him. I was just expressing it's been 6 hours. You're awake.
I'm waking up.
gonna
Get
get off my horse and call the other 2 wayward
I'll have breakfast ready for
members of
Mirren.
the party and be like, got horses.
Navara's not here.
I wake up with a blank. What the?
She can figure out her horse when she shows up next. Mirren, you see this creature, horse, that is a little bit larger than most of the horses, but not as big as the one that you raced in Talmand.
This one's yours.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
We did a thing!
We got a good deal.
We got a really good deal.
Cool. I got a horse now.
I want to spend some time making friends with my horse.
The horses seem to be very well cared for, very well fed, and even have some training under them.
My horse's name is Fusion.
Yes!
That's awesome.
Hey, I got this.
No.
My horse's name is Fusion.
Sweet.
Oh, there you
Mine
go.
is Sham.
This is what?
Sham.
ShamWow. ShamWow!
But wait, there's more.
Super absorbent. ShamWow. Get it now.
Wow.
You guys
That guy went
have,
to jail.
you guys have returned. Everybody has their
He's got his
respective equines. And you see that the orcs are starting to set up wooden posts in the ground.
Ah. I know what for.
My horse's name is Kimura.
Aw, pretty.
You just named your horse after an armbar.
Yes.
My
What?
You had to ruin that.
What?
my horse has remote
A
start.
Kimura is a type of an arm lock.
I love you.
I'm sorry. She's a martial artist. What do you want?
My horse has remote start.
I think that's Mirren, that's gas.
No, your horse's name is now the Vapors.
No.
Kitty flaps a little bit.
Look at his butt flap is as fun as yours.
Right.
He's finger painting Malar's symbol on the haunches.
The cook, the orc that was the cook, walks up to you. We'll be doing the competition for the leader of the guild, or the clan, as soon as the midday sun passes. I'm cooking up some food for them all.
My
Make
ears
sure
perk up.
everybody's fed.
I'd fight or food.
My suggestion is
Both.
if y'all want to participate in this competition,
I do.
grab some food, get some rest, and
I just rested.
we'll get some lots drawn. and see how we're going to do this. This
I
is going to be single elimination, one-on-one fights. Anybody who wants to join, put your name inside the bucket, and we'll make it happen.
I can be your pretty announcer.
Oh no, I want you to do something else. You played some amazing music the other day.
Play some fight music on your ocarina.
That's right.
fight song comes on our ocarina.
All I'm saying is just like a
No,
just
it'd be hit me with your best
recorder,
shot.
a flute.
Hit me with your best shot.
Dun, 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 dun.
So
We will.
with that, I'm going to call it an evening with Loromir.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Next time we join this group
Wednesday. Yeah.
will be a competition to see which orc becomes the leader of the clan and how far Aloxus and Mirin, potentially Nivara, will make it in this battle royale.
I'm going to make popcorn to sit on the sidelines.
I would like to also mention that coming this Wednesday, there is a second group that plays Loromir. This group happens in the past, before the Boars had ever existed. On Wednesday, we will join them in their escapades as I DM Loromir Group 2.
The beginning.
Next weekend will be a band of wanderers.
Yes.
And in the meantime, thank you for joining us. We will see you next time.
Night.
Bye.